Welcome everybody to the Blind Way Podcast.
Yep.
Every Thursday, 3. Every day.
You're setting a high
I
standard.
did it way
missed
better when
some
no
shit.
one can hear it.
It's a high standard.
So, but anyway, hopefully everyone's doing well. How you guys all been doing?
I'm doing good. I'm extremely tired, and we just watched Doom Patrol, and now I'm extremely exhausted and intrigued
On many levels,
and,
including sexually.
Yeah,
Especially sexually.
especially.
Especially.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's happened. What happened, Aaron?
Well, I brought a story.
Aaron brought a story, but is it missing?
No, it broke in my pocket.
No!
Oh no!
All right, so this is
You're
the
gonna have
time
to
in
go
which we
back.
talk about the best of the week, or something in our lives.
I can start.
You can start, Rick.
I got some good shit.
Good shit.
I finally succumbed, and I started playing Persona 5 Royale.
Okay.
Normally, I only like to be playing one JRPG at the same time because they're lengthy. Now I'm playing 3. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm playing Final Fantasy 9.
Wow.
And I started
Jeez.
Persona 5 Royale,
Okay.
which, good lord, it is so amazing. Like, I go through these parts of my life where I'm like, I am just a jaded old man. I've been playing video games for 30 years. Like, nothing excites me anymore.
This is the best start to a review I've ever heard. I go through my life as a jaded old man.
I've seen everything that the industry has to throw at me.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, sure, there's better graphics and stuff, but as far as like making gameplay mechanics fit the story and the characters, like that hasn't come very far in these last 30 years. Storytelling, there's been some advancements, but there's still a long way to go. But I am about 8 to 10 hours into Persona 5 Royale, which is still the tutorial, basically.
Yeah,
It's
those
like a
are like-
130-hour game.
Great, that's what they keep telling me on Dark Souls. So
Yeah,
I
that's the
don't know.
entire game for Aaron.
Yeah, for me.
And I have to say, it's absolutely incredible. I loved Persona 3, and I was like, well, I don't know how much better it can get than this. And I played Persona 4. I was like, well, that was so much better. How's it going to get better than this? And it got so much better again.
Just keep getting better.
But it also got
Good.
so much darker, too. Like,
Really?
I don't want to spoil it for people, because I went in completely blind. I didn't know anything about the game whatsoever.
Sure.
Except the differences between Royale and Persona 5. Because I already owned Persona 5, which came out like 3 years ago, or 2 years ago. And I was like, well, can I just play that one? Or do I need to play Royale, which is the one that came out this year, at the beginning of the year? And,
Is there a Royale with cheese?
I haven't really found much cheese yet. The guns are a little cheesy.
Watch my Dark Souls stream. You'll find cheese. That's what I've been told.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Rick.
But I would definitely recommend going with the Royale route. It is better in terms of gameplay, in terms of story. There's a whole new act in it. But mainly it's the gameplay improvements that I am recognizing so far as to what I've heard is in the first one. And I can imagine how that would have been, and it would have been much, much, much worse. So I'm glad I picked up this edition, and already, like, the characters and the story has grasped me in a way that a video game hasn't done in a long time. And it's been a long time since I've booted up a video game and, like, 9 hours later was still playing that video game.
Yeah.
So,
I've
play
done-
Persona 5 Royale.
I've done that recently, like with World of Warcraft.
That's a pretty glowing
Yeah.
recommendation. I'm going to check that out. What are you playing it on?
PS4.
PS4. I gotcha.
PS4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Persona 4 Golden just came out on Steam. But for the most part, the Persona games have always been PlayStation exclusives.
Gotcha. Well, good. I'm glad you're enjoying a game, and I'm glad I can get you as hyped as things used to.
Also, I've been watching a lot of One Piece as well, which is fantastic. I burnt out a little on it like a few months ago, but now I'm back in, and I'm in strong. And Evie's loving it as well.
Oh, that's good.
Good.
Her
Nice.
favorite character is Zoro, who
Yes.
she calls the man with the 3 swords, which is accurate and badass.
It's true.
The Fox.
Fox McCloud?
No, Zorro. The Fox.
I just got to Sky Island for anyone interested in where I'm
Sky
at.
I don't know what any of that means.
We're not
Skylar.
supposed to.
But I'm glad Rick's hyped.
I'm
Yes.
And speaking of hype, there's a hype train going on
Hype
right now. We just
train.
hit level.
Wow.
Hype
We're going for level
train.
2. We completed level 1. So
Thank you so
everybody
much.
who's contributing and has contributed to that.
Awesome.
Everyone who contributes will get exclusive emotes from Twitch, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
and if you're watching this on YouTube or some other time, we do this live every Thursday. So we got chat, and that's what the hype train is. So just in case anybody's confused. And Bojangle just came in and
Ooh.
smashed
Good
that
lord.
button.
20 gifted subs.
20 subs.
Also,
Jesus.
Evie wants to be Zorro for Halloween
Oh, okay.
as well. So.
Gotta get 3 swords.
Yeah, and dye her hair green.
Oh, I bet it's that
Figure,
statue we
the
have.
figure that we got. Like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going like this.
Who does chat think that I should be for Halloween in One Piece? If Zoro's already taken.
Who is he?
I mean, I think you should be Luffy.
Yeah, that's
He doesn't
one.
have a beard. I'd have to shave to be accurate.
That's
You
what-
wouldn't
that's
have
what
to
got, Rick.
shave. Just wear like.
2 people have said Sanji.
Sanji? I could go with Sanji.
Sanji.
I've cooked before.
I am so curious. I kind
And
of want to just look
I'm
up
pretty good at kicking.
Sanji.
What's a Mihawk?
Sanji.
Is that a thing?
Who?
Mihawk? Myhawk?
That name doesn't sound familiar.
Someone Mihawk. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm only at Sky Island, so...
A lot of people call it
Spoilers.
Mihawk,
You
so I
gotta
don't
figure out how you can do these eyebrows, Rick, but
Spoiler.
know. Mihawk. I don't know. Anyway,
Ace would be pretty cool.
so
Or Sanji.
well for me, I haven't been watching necessarily anything. I mean, a few weeks back, I watched first episode of Witcher. It was pretty good. I just haven't watched any more. I haven't had a lot of time to really watch much.
Yeah.
Lots of my stuff is work, some stuff with kids, World of Warcraft.
you feel like
Yeah.
you were able to follow Witcher 1 pretty well?
The first episode?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that series, but I watched it by myself too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sitting there afterwards with Melanie being like, "All right, so what do you think
What is
about?"
happening here?
Yeah, what do you think this means?
I like this
There's a
line.
wizard. What was he doing in the swamp in the beginning? Do you think we'll come back to what he was doing beforehand? How do you
Yeah.
get these powers? What's going on with it? Yeah, we didn't do any of that. So
Sure.
it's interesting, and I'm interested to see a little bit more of that. But one of the things that happened to me this past week, and I think I might have told you guys already, at least some of you, if nothing else, but last Friday, I
Hang on one second.
What?
Well, like the air conditioner turned on. I'm like, oh, I'm having a little trouble hearing Aaron. And I went over to turn him up, and I realized that I'm just listening to him.
You're trying to turn up real life here, Rick.
That's funny.
I haven't gotten a lot of sleep.
All right, continue, Aaron.
so we good? We good now?
Hold on, Aaron. Damn,
so,
it's not working.
So what happened was that Friday I texted in to you guys and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna be going to the dentist. I have like an emergency thing I'm trying to take care
Yes.
of." The night before, what had happened to me was I was getting ready for bed and I was brushing my teeth, and in the end of it, I felt something hard in my mouth, and what used to be there.
That sounds wrong, Aaron.
Shush, Calvin.
Paddle your
I'm trying to
sexy.
think of how to show this to this camera. Does that show up okay there
Is
or
it
no?
blurry or does it work?
I mean, I can
It's focusing on your face
So
instead
this
of your
came
hand.
out of your mouth.
Yeah, it was all one big
set it
piece.
to autofocus. What number is it?
I don't know. 3.
So that came out
that?
of your mouth.
And
Everybody
I'm like,
can pretty much see
yeah, it's white.
that there's
shit.
this white
help.
shit broken in half now, but
Yeah, no, I came in. I showed the guys here. Today was the first day that they saw it.
yeah.
And I saw that, and I freaked out
Because
I'm losing.
obviously
My teeth are breaking.
your tooth broke.
Well, I've been having one tooth back here, and
Yeah.
what I've noticed is that there was like what was like a crack or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, fuck, I got a cavity back there. I need to get it taken care of. And a long time ago, I went to the dentist, and they wanted to like take out my wisdom teeth, fill in these cavities. It was going to cost a bunch of money. I didn't have insurance for it, so I prioritized having the kids taken care of rather than me. So I got to this point, and it was like, all right, well, I'm brushing my teeth. This thing came out. I'm like, fucking, I've waited too long. This part that I felt this hole in and stuff before now has broken out. I'm feeling it with my tongue. I can feel all the rough edges around it and everything. And now I'm scared as hell to do anything. I used mouthwash trying to clean it and stuff. It felt sensitive and it like hurt it a little bit. But I never felt like pain. I never felt like pulling a tooth out or anything, you know?
Did you feel
Like,
panic?
yeah, I was panicking the whole
Like you
time.
wake
I
up
couldn't
and-
sleep.
Ah!
I couldn't sleep
Ah,
because
screaming
this
at
thing
Melanie.
just popped, whatever. So
Yeah.
Melanie, I went to Melanie. Melanie, I'm sorry. My teeth are so shitty that it's just fucking falling apart. I didn't even feel anything. I'm gonna lose my teeth.
You've been saying it for
I'm gonna
years,
be an
you're right.
embarrassment. You know, like all this stuff. Like, I'm sorry about all this. And
Yeah.
she's like, well, you know, I'll call the dentist tomorrow, see when we can get you in. And when called, said, well, we can get you in like right now, which I was heading into work, or we can get you in like next week. I was like, I don't want to wait a week. Like, I haven't eaten with this. I don't know what it's gonna be like. I have no idea what's gonna happen. So I went in, which I haven't been to, like, doctors, dentists, or anything with all the virus stuff going on. And
Yeah.
I was, like, pleasantly surprised at, like, fucking the distances between things. They were taking my temperature.
Yeah.
I was going through a survey. They had a thing for clean pins, and then when you were done with that, you put it in a different thing for dirty pins and stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, damn, this is nice. You know?
Yeah, while you're there with their broken teeth and panic, you're like,
Yeah.
not
My
too
dentist
bad.
was wearing a mask to make
Yeah.
sure to protect me, and he wasn't passing out or dying from
least
wearing
someone's
it or anything.
doing
So that
something
was,
right.
That was good.
Yeah.
You know? So, anyway.
Science needs to study that man.
It's
Apparently.
amazing.
So, but whenever I'm sitting in the waiting room, they call me back. Billy's like, all right, well, let's get you, we'll get your stuff here and we'll get the preliminary exam done, and it should be real quick. And I was like, preliminary exam? He's like, yeah, we just go through and you check all your teeth and see what kind of condition everything's in, and then we can make plans for the future from there. I'm like, well, what about my broken tooth? Like, I'm here for that. I don't care about the rest of them. I want
Yeah.
that one taken care of.
Yeah, that's the mindset that got you into this place.
Yeah. So she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, this back one here. I was brushing my teeth last night, and this piece broke off of it, and I don't know what to do with it. I can feel all around it, the rough edges from where it broke and everything, and I don't know what to do with it. She's like, well, let's do the x-rays. So they went through, and I did x-rays in all the spots. They did a panoramic x-ray and stuff, and then we went in. They asked me some questions, and I waited for the dentist to come in. And then the dentist came in, and he started asking me some things, like, so what's bothering you? And I told him the story of everything, and then he like started looking around, and he started like digging around at the tooth, and I felt another piece break off, and he goes, so it's this here, huh? And like, he showed me. I was like, yeah. I was like, how?
So you just
like,
thought he was just like
he was digging it. I could
here's
feel him
the
digging
tooth,
at it.
and he's like, oh my god.
He did another thing, and then I was like, ow. He goes, sensitive? He goes, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it hurts, you know? Like, more shit's breaking off. Like, I don't know what to do. What do we got to do? How much is it going to cost me? Do we pull the tooth? Can I replace the tooth? You know what? And
Just take all my teeth.
and he's like, all right. And he was like, well, I got good news. Your tooth's not broken. I was like, I looked at him. I was like, I got to get another dentist. This guy's what? He doesn't know what he's talking about, you know? Like, I had a piece of tooth. I should have brought it with me to prove there should be a hole in my tooth. And he's like, so what this is that you've had a calcium buildup on that tooth,
Okay.
and it has broken loose. And because of it being there for however long it's been there, your tooth has gotten like used to it, and now it's more sensitive.
Okay.
Because of having that shield that was there that is no longer there.
Yeah, so
Calcium buildup.
your tooth picked up a shield pickup.
It did. It picked up a shield pickup, and I was like,
And it's
okay.
like way back there, right?
Yeah, it was like the last, except for my wisdom tooth. It was like
Like,
the
you might as
last
well not
tooth
even
I had
bother
back
to
there.
brush that one. It's too much effort to get back.
It takes
I
so
get you.
long. No,
Yeah.
no, that wasn't what I got. And I remember feeling. So what I had felt before would have been like the crack maybe amongst the calcium buildup.
Sure.
And now this big piece is just fallen loose. And now over the last few days, all that rough part was just more calcium buildup, and it's gone now. And it's
Really?
from brushing and drinking, whatever else, it's loosened up and fallen off, and it's gone away now. So I was like, okay, well, what do I need to do? So we set up things to go in. They want to do deep cleaning because of like, he showed me in the x-rays other spots where like, you see these little spikes along your teeth? These are calcium buildups that are starting to grow, and we need to make sure those get taken care of and stuff too. So I was like, all right, well, sure. So I gotta go back. They gotta fucking stab me with needles, and they gotta do one side. So I gotta get stabbed twice at least. Or maybe there's like a weaker stab to prepare me for the bigger stab. I don't know.
No, it's like topical.
I've
on
only
a Q-tip.
gone once to a dentist that I remember having like some kind of major thing done.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that was back in high school, and it was a back tooth that was had a lot of problems, and they said that they were going to pull it. And I remember having to get a needle. And I hated that. And then I remember them pulling it, and it didn't want to come out. And then I remember them squeezing and hearing the cracking sound of the tooth as it was like breaking as they were
As he was
squeezing,
crushing
trying
it,
to,
yeah.
trying to squeeze and get a hold
inside
to
your
yank
head.
this thing out. And then we finally got it out. It goes, oh, that's why. I'm like, huh? Huh? You know, like, what do you mean? And he goes, look at this. And instead of having like 2 roots or whatever that teeth normally had, it had an extra 3rd mutated root.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want that superpower. You know,
Right?
like, that's not what I'm after. So,
It's not mutated. It's just some people don't have it.
it's mutated. It's terrible. So, yeah.
You need
So,
a terrible superpower.
So anyway-
my bad teeth stay in extra.
what haunted me all night and into the next day and stuff like that, I finally got to a dentist, and they were able to tell me that it wasn't a problem, and like they're just gonna do a deep cleaning, and there's a there's a disease they called. Damn it, what was it called?
Uromycetitis.
No, para something. I think is what it was called. Periodontal disease or something like that.
Yeah.
And basically what it is, like when that calcium starts building up and gets too much, your bone starts to recede, seeing the calcium as like a foreign object in your body, and it pulls away, and then your teeth start having nothing holding onto it, and they all fall out. So apparently the calcium builds up is a start of that, and if you don't get it taken care of, make sure you have a deep cleaning and whatever else, then that can start happening, and then it gets worse and worse and worse.
So Eric and I were sitting like at the reaction table waiting for you to come, and we got the text message. Eric turned to me with this giant grin on his face, saying, "Aaron's gonna need to get a needle in his mouth today."
Yeah. So Aaron texted us and he's like, "Guys, I broke a tooth last night. They can get me in now or like next week." And I just texted back like, "Hey man, go take care of that ASAP." I turned to Rick and I'm like, if he broke a tooth, they're definitely gonna have to put a needle in his mouth.
Definitely putting a
And
needle in
someone
his
better
mouth.
fucking film it. But
Well, no one was there either,
Yeah.
though. So if that happened, like Melanie's like, "Well, I
I
can't go.
know.
I'm staying home with the kids and stuff." And
Yeah.
I'm sure
So-
the dental assistant could have stepped up.
look, I do a YouTube channel. Can you take my phone and just please record this?
dude, I can't imagine you like open it. You know, that would've been so great.
So he looked through and he was
Yeah.
like, he talked about other stuff. He's like, there's some cavities and stuff I like to do. They still want to get rid of my wisdom teeth, which I don't feel like is a problem, but they do. So I don't know. We'll see about that. But
Gotcha.
I'm definitely gonna do the
The
cleaning
dentists
thing.
want to hoard all the wisdom for themselves.
That's what they try to do. That's why I call it that.
I'm definitely gonna do the deep cleaning thing, and get that kind of taken care of, and just go from there and see how we are from there. But
Yeah.
yeah,
You know my opinion on wisdom teeth removal.
Like, I don't mind getting my blood taken, but the dentist needles are terrible.
Rick, I don't want to talk about that. It's terrible. I gotta
You
do
guys
it.
have the same thing I have. When I go to the dentist and they're like, all right, you know, do they ever tell you, like, move your tongue out of the way? Because I don't know why, like, I put my tongue back, and the thought of thinking about my tongue trying to be out of the way makes me like, oh my God, I've lost control of it. It's going to get between the drill and me, you know? I psych myself out every time where they're like, ah, and I'm like, uh-huh. Oh no, I'm thinking like, my tongue, no! Like I've lost control. Has it ever happened to you?
No,
It's never happened to you?
No.
I've never had a drill that I can recall. Just
Sure.
the removal of the tooth.
All
Not
my
even like a
dentists-
clean, like,
I don't know. Like I
That
said, I've not done any of that for a long time because I didn't have insurance, and I was
Gotcha.
like, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna prioritize the kids and stuff, and I'll be all right, you know. Like that was my idea, and now it's like, well, we gotta do this and this and this. Like, oh, okay,
I understand.
better
I
do
just
that.
every single time.
But I've never felt I've lost control of my tongue.
lost control. I'm trying to hold all the way back here, like, oh, see, I'm doing good, you know? And then it like, they're like back here, and my tongue does that thing where it kind of like
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 twitches.
this. I'm like, oh no, what if it gets in there, like,
I don't know, like
I mean, that would
tangles
be-
up around
yeah,
the
it
drill.
comes out my
That,
throat.
that's
The doctor's
all
like,
of
not
it-
again!
all of this torque from this tiny air tool,
Exactly.
apparently. Yeah.
I did feel because like when he was going through, he was like pushing in and checking like each gum and what was going on and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And like I was trying to keep my tongue out of the way, and I kept being like, get out of the way, 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 and like moving it away. But at the same time, like sometimes like things he was doing, like that hurts, ow, ow, and I'm like, don't say anything, don't show pain, like you got this, you know, don't show weakness. That's one of the things too that I hate the most about going to the dentist. Is like I don't like going to the doctors either, but when I go to the doctor, like some shit happened, you know, and I need your help to fix it, you know, like my appendix ruptured, I fell and I broke my leg, yada yada yada, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to the dentist, I feel like the dentists are judging me because look, you could have taken care of these
Yeah,
and you didn't,
preventable.
and you were lazy.
Yeah.
And now this is what you get, you know. And
Yeah.
like anything else, a doctor like, what happened here? It's like, well, I was climbing a ladder and I fell off and I broke my leg. Oh, damn, that sucks. All right, let's see if we can help you. You know.
Yeah.
But it's not like, well,
The
I didn't
dentist
take
is like,
care
you
of my bones.
filthy
Yeah.
fool, you need me. You know?
Yeah. So it's like, oh man, I don't want to go to the
Yeah.
dentist. He's gonna judge me and judge
Right.
how bad I've done. I know I haven't done. I'm trying to do better now. I didn't do well when I was younger. I was stupid.
That's why I like
Too
my
much
dentist.
Dr.
Like
Pepper. You know?
he has basically the same like teeth as he has the same problems and stuff that I do with mine.
Yeah.
So he like understands the issues that I have. They're not just, yeah, you're just not brushing. Clearly, it's like, no, yeah, I understand. Like I have this pain. Like I have the canker sores as well. You know, it's just some people have, you know, more acidic mouths and it doesn't work out for them.
Now, Eric,
But
I did have
he's
a
really
tongue
good.
I did have a tongue incident once at a dentist
Okay.
where the tongue got a little out of control.
Yeah?
So I was the last patient of the day, and he was talking about like how he was a little tired, and he went in to give me an injection, and he missed the gum, and he hit my tongue,
Aw.
What?
and half of my tongue was numb
You were like Jar Jar Binks,
for
Rick.
like 6 days.
My tongue is
Not tongue.
Right.
Not tongue.
It
Right.
was terrible.
like he's just like, whoopsie daisy.
Oh damn! Not
He's
again.
just like flying in your mouth like a little airplane. Oh shit!
Jesus. Ethel, we got another
Oh
one.
gosh! Oh no!
It was not great.
Well, okay. Now
did not
my
go to that
fear
dentist
is
again.
just quadruple. It happens. I thought it was just like a weird thing in my head.
Now, otherwise, I've always had pretty good experiences at the dentist. They say that my mouth is a joy to work in because apparently I can open my mouth extremely wide.
Yeah, my dentist says that too.
So,
I'm like one of the
That's
widest
just-
mouths in his office.
It's a great review.
yeah.
I'm a pleasure because my mouth is so big.
That dentist is like, usually I'm just an angry old man.
Do you think?
But today,
Do you think like Gene Simmons has issues with the dentist? Like he has just that big tongue and stuff. Do you think it gets in the way and stuff?
I don't know, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it
It's
probably-
truly something I never thought
He
of.
doesn't have a speech impediment, so it probably doesn't get in the way.
The speech
right?
impediment means that your tongue gets in the way.
Well, it means that there's too much tongue for the amount of space that you have in your mouth, so that it can't operate the way like it should. You know what I mean?
Interesting. But
Sounds like a kiss review. That was a little too much tongue.
too much tongue. Is that a thing?
I've never gotten the too much tongue, but I can imagine a situation where there would be too much tongue.
I've heard stories.
I don't know.
Yes.
Anyway, that was my Friday and my Thursday night. Like I didn't sleep well. The whole
Because you were
time,
worried.
I was worried, freaking out about it, thinking about it. I'm gonna my teeth. My melon's gonna leave me. You know, next thing they're gonna take me off the channel. You know,
Yeah.
isn't good. So, but yeah. Anyway, it's better. I'm gonna get a cleaning thing done, and hopefully it'll all be fine.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's not super related, but I went to the orthodontist when I was a kid to get my teeth straightened because my teeth were real fucked up. Then they got better, and then my wisdom teeth came in and fucked them up a little tiny bit, but not enough to have to get them out, and then they're fine now, you know? But when I had braces, braces, like, they tightened it, and then you had to have these rubber bands to connect the bottom to the top, right? Mm-hmm. And I got really good. I'd put the rubber band ring around my tongue. I'd put 2 of them around my tongue, and then I could go, and they'd be on there, you know?
Okay.
And I showed my orthodontist this because I was proud. He said, I truly have never seen anyone do that before.
Nice. Have you tried it with anything since?
No.
Really?
well, I always seen like the cherry stems.
Well, yeah,
and
the cherry stems.
Starburst wrappers, and all that
I mean,
kind of
I work
stuff.
my tongue out all the time, just not.
You
one-
work it out.
Starburst wrappers. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
where you put like a Starburst in your mouth and you.
Yeah.
Oh, unwrap it with your tongue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Starburst
okay.
wrappers.
I thought
Literally
you
what
meant
I
like.
said.
I thought you meant like you folded it up into like a little airplane or something. I don't know.
Just eat the wrapper. While you're playing with your food.
Yeah.
That'd be a great name
Didn't we do that
for a
one time
wrapper.
or something?
Starburst.
What?
I feel like you and I did something where we were doing a Starburst wrappers and we were trying to do it and you just ate it.
Starburst the wrapper.
It sounds like me.
Like, Eric, that's not what we're doing. Like, Eric, you're like, all right, Eric, this is as far as I could get. How'd you do? And you're like, I already ate it. You're like, what?
So if we're
You're
all
supposed to eat it,
ever,
right?
like, restrained in an area, I need Eric to be able to lean over and get one of my hairpins out of my hair and then use it in his mouth and fashion a lockpick. And then slip it to one of us, and then we can escape.
This should be our next RPG challenge.
It should be.
Yeah. To get higher scores in our
Can
classes.
everybody curl their tongue?
I cannot.
Can you try? It's funny. It's curled a bit.
Rick, you gotta look at the camera when you do it.
Oh.
You gotta
That-
you
okay.
gotta do that and then
This
purse
is the
your
height
lips.
of podcasting.
You gotta purse your lips, Rick. You almost had it there.
Rick, you look
It's
so
like you're throwing up.
You look so ridiculous. You ever done the? Yeah, I was gonna say that thing. I can't.
I can't do the
vocal
W.
thing either.
I can't do that.
I can whistle and roll my tongue.
Nice. You'd be a good ninja.
Why?
They make noises to signal to other ninjas. I would believe that's a bird. I start going to be like, is that a guy? that has calcium built up in his teeth.
Damn it!
So, is it pretty good?
Well, I'm glad that you're
Practiced
getting
a
that
lot.
taken care of.
Annoyed the shit
Yeah,
out of my sisters.
No. I am very happy that I don't have to worry about my tooth immediately, like
Yeah.
being taken out, removed, falling apart, any of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
Anything teeth related is I dread far more than anything body related.
yeah. No, I've been more recently, like I stopped drinking pop as much. Like I still have Dr. Pepper sometimes, but it's more of like every once in a while.
I think Monster still counts.
He asked me too, like, do you drink a lot of like, coffee, sugary drinks, this and that? And I'm like, I have like a Monster in the morning, maybe in the evening, depending on how late I have to stay awake and something
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, I drink a lot more water than I used to now.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to do my especially with my watch. I'm trying to keep track and monitor how much water I've been drinking.
Sure.
So it has 8 glasses, which is like, well, let me see.
I remember whenever you would come over to my house and I'd offer you water to drink, you would look at me with disdain and head straight to the pop.
It's like 67 ounces, so it's like a little over half a gallon. So I'm like, well, good. If I can drink at least that every day, which I used to drink. I know for a time I didn't drink water. I drank pop,
Yep.
or I drank Monster, or
It was
I
a long time.
I drank something. Like there was a while when
I mean, I've heard that before, but usually from very obese people.
no, it was not. It wasn't.
That's.
I mean, I did
okay.
drink. I would have water. For some reason, I just didn't like
Uh-huh.
water. I didn't want water, but I would do it for like sports
For
or
how
like
long?
heavy activity things. I don't really remember,
Huh.
but I
The
know
entire time I knew him in school.
apparently from Rick forever.
So at least from second
I
grade
mean-
to 2007.
I mean, hey, a couple like 1,500 years ago, 2,000 years ago, they didn't have access to clean water. They just drank alcohol all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, that's the reason why they made weak wine and beer and stuff like that is to something to purify the water.
So, but
So
anyway,
it's the same, Eric.
more recently, I've been trying to drink much more water, and I just have my Monster.
Yeah.
My Monster's the only thing like every day that usually I drink in the
Sure.
morning when I wake up.
Yeah.
But besides that, so I've gotten better, much better.
That's true.
No, I
can't-
wasn't drinking a Monster in second grade.
can't attest.
That wasn't what was going on. I don't
They
even
didn't
think it was
exist back then,
I don't
did
even think
they?
it was around then. I don't even,
No, I don't think it
even
was
know if they had
around.
Red Bull yet.
The kids
No.
always drank
Probably not.
Mountain Dew
Yeah, I didn't like Mountain Dew.
for the
My
rush
thing-
in the mornings usually.
I remember in lunch, like Rick, like my lunch that I had almost every day for a long time because I packed lunch. I think Rick and I both like packed lunch like every day. We didn't do like school lunch.
Despite the fact that my grandmother was a cooking
yeah,
lady.
Yeah, she was the cook of
The
the
lunch
school.
lady.
Incredible cook.
The
The
I would
materials she was
have.
working with were not
I-
very good.
I think I would always have like some kind of dessert that was usually like a cosmic brownie, and then I would have like a bologna sandwich, and I would have Fritos, and I would have a Coke,
Yep.
and that was like what I had like every day for lunch.
I could have told you that.
Wow.
So, and then whenever we got into high school, I finally started buying lunch because I want to be cool. I want to bring my. For some reason, I was like, well, I pack my lunch and bring that. People are gonna make fun of me, and I'm changing everything about myself.
That sounds ridiculous, but I get it.
You know what I mean?
I know, that's what it was like.
It sounds so stupid, but kids are little shits, and that's
I know
what happened.
responsible people are not cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get a hot lunch, or what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, well, you don't have real
But
lunch.
now that I'm an adult, packing lunch is way better.
It was. You
Yeah.
can have whatever you want.
Yeah.
You get an awesome lunchbox, a thermos that matches.
But every day at lunch, I would have, and Rick, I think you did the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like we would have pizza.
Yep.
They had Tony's Pizza,
Yep.
unless it was Warrior Pizza Day, in which case I'd get Warrior Pizza, a cosmic brownie, and a chocolate milk.
Yep.
That was your lunch.
That was
every
lunch
day.
every day.
That
for
was
like,
my lunch every day until I could go to the Subway. And
True.
then
You didn't
I got
drink water.
Subway.
Did not. I would drink milk, chocolate milk, juice, but I wouldn't drink water. I just didn't want water. But
Why do I
water's in
feel like
that.
I had the most balanced diet, but I was the fat kid. You were
Sorry.
marching around in band.
I mean, Aaron and I
Like Pistons.
ate
They're
like
taking off
5
the
pizzas
legs.
between us
We would.
one day in 8th grade.
We would. We went to, for basketball. I remember going to a Ryan's, and everybody, us and the cheerleaders,
Ryan's was the shit.
we had a
was.
competition on who could eat the most plates of food, which
Yeah.
wasn't fair because I would stack more on one plate than some other people would.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I beat everybody except for the tiniest cheerleader that we had.
The tiny
And
girls
we tied.
can really pack it in.
Jill
Some reason.
Jill ate so much food, and we both decided that we were just going to tie it
I'd
together.
give Aaron a run for his money back then, but he always came out on top.
Dude, I loved Ryan's. 5 Whiteleys out of Ryan's could take him out of business.
I believe it. Those rolls and those chicken pot pies were incredible.
Yeah. Oh
So
my
I always
gosh.
made the nachos out of that shitty taco meat. Oh, so good. And it doesn't. You can't get that anywhere.
No.
It specifically, it wasn't
outlawed.
great, but it had a specific.
Say it's outlawed.
Yeah. Do they even have Ryan's anymore?
I don't know. I mean, Golden Corral's
buffets
like,
are a thing of the past, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they can't bring those back.
I mean, at least
On
not
cruises,
for a
I
few
guess,
years
maybe.
or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
has Japan brought back the buffets where the food's on the woman?
Doubt it.
Has
Never
that come
went
back
away.
yet?
The
'Cause
money's
their numbers
there.
are a lot lower than ours,
They
and
do-
I feel like that would
they
be a
do
priority.
better. Yeah.
The closest one to us is in Clarksburg, but they're all temporarily closed.
Like-
Yeah, most of them are.
Like a lot
now.
of places had like salad buffets, you know, or East Chicago had its pizza buffet. Like I just don't know if they're gonna do that ever.
Well,
again.
I guess they're open for takeout, so you could go in and get like a dinner tray of food, like one of those styrofoam dinner things, and fill that up and take it out. But man, I just want a bunch of the same thing.
Which trip was it that we missed out the opportunity to go to a Golden Corral? That may have been our last chance.
that was
Con of Thrones.
Yeah, it was Nashville, right?
Yeah, we were going to Nashville.
Oh yeah. You know what?
and
I
we're
don't want
like-
to stop for a few hours unless you find a Golden Corral. Shit.
We literally,
It was
as he was
shrinking in the
saying that, we
distance.
passed the exit.
and they all closed.
Yeah,
I got bad chili where we went.
bad chili.
It was late at night. Yeah.
That could have been my last. You robbed me of it. Oh my god, that's not the last time I went to Golden Corral.
There's a Golden Corral in Vienna, right?
There is.
well,
but
yeah.
In
But are
Parkersburg.
you going there now?
I'm not going
It's
there
not
right now.
currently
now.
open,
You know,
and
like-
when
No,
it does
yeah.
open, I think it's not going to be a buffet. It's just going to be like, what do you want? All right,
Yeah,
here you go.
You just
Well, I
they
mean,
make
yeah, they
a
already
plate
offer
for
It's
you.
not
like
special,
other
man.
stuff that you could order.
Well, see, here's the thing.
The thing of a buffet is like, all right, I want this, but get a little tiny bit. I want this and a little tiny bit.
The thing
Yeah.
this is the thing about a buffet.
Yeah.
And this is how I've been. I feel like at any buffet I've ever been to,
Yeah.
the food is pretty good,
Yeah.
but it's not something that I would go
No.
and want to order a plate of X.
No.
At a restaurant serving that. It's a place where I want to go to get a whole bunch of shit. That's
Right
pretty,
now.
That's pretty good.
It's right now.
You know?
just sit down, you get it.
But if I'm gonna go and order like a steak from Golden
Uh-huh.
Corral or Ryan's or whatever, it better be much better steak
Yeah.
quality than what I'm getting from there.
And to be fair, their steaks were pretty good at Golden Corral.
They're not bad
Yeah.
for,
I mean,
for
it
what
was-
they
for
For
are.
what they are, they're not too bad.
The thing
They're
is, like,
not bad.
that was the one thing they had where like someone's there cooking it right there. Which one you want? They take it off the grill. They give it to you. You know. So
Yeah,
There's this place up in-
where that came from.
There's this place up in Cambridge, that is basically like it's kind of like a Golden Corral kind of place, and man, their steaks were good.
yeah.
You could pay like $13 and get like an adult buffet,
Mhm.
and you could just stand at the grill
Sure.
and take every
Yeah.
steak that he makes, and it's $13. It was
Now,
amazing.
I'm sure it probably just happens to me, but I'm curious if it happens to any of you. Like when you go to one of those places, how hard is it for you to find your seat again? Because they're so like symmetrical.
It's
It's an 8.
yeah,
I
it's
just
an
know.
8 for
God damn it.
for everyone but you, Rick.
Yeah, it's not hard
right.
at all.
I mean,
So you're walking around with the plate just
Always.
wait, hang on,
Every single time.
Rick, are you by yourself?
Because you could just get a new
No.
table.
No. Like I'm with a group of people, right?
Yeah.
And I go up and I get my chicken pot pie. I'm like, all right, I have this chicken pot pie. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go back to my table and I'm gonna devour
You're gonna eat it.
And I will walk and I look like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. I'm looking around.
Yeah.
Trying to find my table of 10 people. Like, well, they're not here.
Uh-huh.
I'll go try over there.
You're just eating in the corner.
Oh man.
I mean, to me,
literally.
it's similar to like
Not a joke.
where you park in a parking lot. Like,
Yeah.
where'd you park? Oh, over there.
Yeah.
But do you ever walk around the parking lot?
I have to park in the same aisle every time.
Your
I've done
family.
that for the last 10 years.
Rick,
Gotcha.
I just imagine like you just go, you
If
find a
there's
new
no
table.
spot, I wait.
What?
It's quicker if I just wait now than I get lost later. Believe me.
Hey, I respect the strategy.
Can you just park near it? Like near the same parking spot?
Well, no, it doesn't have to be the same parking spot, just as long as it's the same aisle.
Yeah, if he can walk down
As
the
long as I know
aisle and
I'm
see
in
his
this
car,
aisle, then I'm good. But if that aisle is full, I gotta wait.
you gotta wait for it to open up.
Hmm.
See, I can kind of respect that.
Rick, I just imagine like when you're at the buffet, your party, your family, whoever you're with,
Yeah.
like it becomes the law is that all right, Rick's gonna go Rick gets his plate. We all go, we sit down. Oh, Rick's gonna go get a plate. All right, we wait. Give him like 2 minutes, and we'll find the new place we have to sit now.
Yeah.
The last time it happened,
They just move for you.
we were at Shoney's. We had a private room. I went to the wrong private room.
What?
Into the private room, like, just eating in there by yourself.
Wait, was anyone in there?
No,
It was just empty. And
it
you
was an
went
empty room.
They lock him in.
Sir, we're closing. You have to leave.
Sounds like my last birthday.
Aw.
Eating in the private room myself.
by yourself.
Man.
You just rent out Shoney's by yourself. This is great.
See, maybe we'd do that. If I could rent a buffet all by myself, maybe that would be okay.
Yeah.
Well,
know?
yeah, at
Just
that point, you're
all
just,
the
it's
food
just
is
catered.
fresh and clean
Yeah,
and
it's
everything.
catered food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we could do that at the Valley Gym.
That's true.
Just like go and
And
rent it.
we would be separated from all of the sick people on the shore.
Yeah,
'Cause we're on a boat.
We're in here.
I'm on a boat. That would be great.
You, what's the name of that one place we went to in Columbus? The
the Brazilian
Brazilian place.
steakhouse.
Yeah,
I
like
can't
I want to say
remember.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
They
but
just
that's
keep
not right.
bringing food to you. Do they still do that, or is that they don't do
I-
that for COVID now?
I doubt they do that.
Yeah,
I don't
It's a shame,
know.
'cause
I
that
mean,
was
I
awesome.
feel like that would be okay
Yeah, I mean,
because
and
they're
it
not
would-
passing it to a person that's passing it to a
It
person.
would be
They're coming
better,
directly to
but
you.
you're putting the point of that thing on everybody's plate to cut the meat off.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe they still do that.
but is it a clean plate?
And
yes,
you're
we do
putting
mean
it down in
Flavor
front
Town.
of people who are eating,
Yeah.
Well,
like
that thing you don't
within
have, Calvin, that,
3 feet of their face.
that thing you don't. I don't know. You do it over here. You bring it over. You put it on their plate. You know, like you just change the way you do it, but you could still do it. Maybe you know.
I feel like there's a way.
So, but yeah, no, that place was great.
Yeah.
I mean, that place was dangerous, is what that place was.
Yeah. Gosh.
You never leave there like
know.
I could eat more.
Yeah. You're like, oh God.
remember
I have
one point,
3 more pieces of meat I need to eat because they're so good.
I remember someone be like, "Hey, can we flip that?" And someone started to reach for it. And no, I can't remember who it was. Like, leave it.
Yeah.
Like
That was
2
amazing.
birthdays ago, Jancy and I went there. We were in Flavor Town, which I gotta call that now.
Yeah.
And we went there for my birthday.
calling it that.
And I remember leaving and getting in the car and being like, ugh. She's like, what? I'm like, I don't know if I can drive.
It's a good thing this thing has autopilot.
Rodozio.
Yeah, that's what it was. We went there for a wave con or 2.
Rodizio.
It sounds.
That's
awesome.
what it was.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of it at all. I just remember going there, eating, and leaving.
Yeah. It's
great.
really close to the arena, right?
Yeah, it's on
There's-
Nationwide.
Yeah. Nationwide Arena
Nationwide
Plaza.
and like close to High Street, Nationwide, I think.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable to me that you guys can remember street names in the place you do not live.
I-
Unbelievable.
I mean,
Well,
it's
I mean-
Flavor Town. It's just right up there.
I mean, okay. How about this, Rick? Do you remember street towns here in Marietta?
Street towns.
Just street names?
I
Street
mean,
Towns named Desire.
Like. 20%? Probably?
What's the road that goes by Kroger?
Oh, God. Glendale.
No.
Glendale's over here by the old Y, the YMCA.
Yeah.
Green Street.
No.
It goes
that's,
over
the G.
That's
Starts
that's
with an
that
A.
way.
I have no idea.
It's a very generic brand in Wile E. Coyote.
Wait, Acme?
Yeah. it's,
Acme
it's Acme Street.
We have an Acme Street?
Yes.
Yeah, it's part of like the biggest intersection in town.
Lived here his whole life.
But yeah. So
that's
I mean, I
great.
don't know. Rick,
I used to know literally every single street by heart.
well, doing delivery and
Doing
stuff.
deliveries, but
you start.
I don't
And to be
remember it all
fair,
now.
Yeah.
some of them are confusing because, like, 3rd Street at one point is no longer 3rd Street.
No,
It's
it,
Route
it,
60.
changes.
it
If these
turns
roads keep
from
changing,
3rd
who can be
Street.
expected to keep track?
Yeah, it turns from 3rd Street to Muskingum Park
To be
Drive.
fair, at that moment, it is both Route 60 and 3rd Street.
Yes.
So it doesn't change. It just loses one moniker.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Route 7,
Yeah.
right? Route
Yeah,
7, like
Route
goes
7
across
Pike
the
Street.
bridge and
But-
turns and falls all the way down.
Yeah. But, you know, I mean, we all have our own challenges, and that's your specific one. I can't, like, whenever I, like, get directions to go somewhere, I don't need directions back. Like, I know how I got here. I just go back the same way, you know?
That's unbelievable.
But that's, you can't do that.
No. God, no. Are you kidding?
You go one way and you come back and you
I mean,
remember. Yeah.
if I still have the directions in front of me,
Sure.
I could probably read them back.
Rick just flips them
You could
upside
just
down.
reverse engineer them.
Are you good at, like, can you generally tell, like, what direction you're looking at, like, north, south, east, west?
I can at my house.
Yeah,
Like my parents' house.
sure.
Otherwise, I mean, I'm gonna guess that is west.
Yes, where the sun sets.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, sometimes you're like, I'm right here and I'm driving and I'm like, okay, yeah, so I'm, maybe I've made like a bunch of lefts, a bunch of rights, but I'm southwest of where I was now, because you have that kind of sense of where you are,
Like you can turn in your seat and say, okay, based on how far I've driven, I came from that direction, so I
Yeah.
need to head back that way.
Like I can understand that.
Do you have that?
I feel like I should have been there by now.
Rick
I must have gone too far.
Rick doesn't. I know this because I remember going to LA with Rick to where and this was back 2008 for E for All, and we were in our hotel, and Subway had breakfast Subway sandwiches, brand new, never had them before.
yes.
We were so excited, like, oh my god, it's great. Like we saw it in Chuck.
Yeah.
Like, oh, breakfast sandwich, baby. So we go out, we turn left,
We leave our very large hotel.
leaving our hotel,
The tallest building around.
like the tallest one on the block.
Yeah.
We walk a block to the Subway.
Yep. Which I found.
We go into it. Mm-hmm. We were in there for however long it takes to stand in line, order a sub, pay for sub, leave with sub. As we leave with sub, I turn towards the hotel that we just came from, and Rick goes the other way. And I look back and I go, Rick, huh? Like, where are you going? Like, to the hotel. Like, it's this way. Like it wasn't like we went somewhere. It wasn't a long distance. It wasn't like we spent hours in there where he would have forgotten and had to think about it. It
Wasn't
just,
like you took a taxi where he wasn't paying attention to the turns or
we
anything?
walked there, we stopped, we got a thing, we left, we did it. So
It wasn't like I rushed to the hospital and I forgot what floor I parked on because I was so concerned about whatever was going on at the hospital.
it's definitely, it's definitely a thing where I don't know how it happens with Rick. My job at that vacation thing was to make sure I didn't lose Rick. That's what I was told by his mother. And make sure he comes home. We almost didn't make it there. We almost didn't make it home. But I didn't love him. We were both going to get lost together.
We got lost, but you did not lose me.
So yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's my tooth story.
Yeah.
We should do a poll to see if my lack of direction or Eric's ear is the greater handicap.
Eric
could
can
do
get home. He might not be able to tell which direction that plane is flying overhead.
So I'm curious here. I put up a list. Most people will say, how many senses do you have? And it's generally 5. So it's sight and taste and feel, smell and hear. Mm-hmm. But a sense of direction is something some people have. Some people have a problem with.
Balance.
A sense of balance.
Mm-hmm.
There's
sense of danger.
one called proprioception, which is joint position. So close your eyes. Now touch your nose. You went immediately to it. You have a sense in 3D space where your limbs are.
Okay.
There's some
Right?
people that
Sure.
don't have that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't
And
have
it's
that.
really difficult to prove that they're not drunk.
Exactly. So I just wanted to look up what some of these were. I mean, some of them, like, I would kind of subcategorize. Like, in terms of vision, you can measure light, you can measure color, red, green, blue, and stuff. But that's kind of just all, in my opinion, all about
Distance.
vision. Yeah. There's distance and stuff like that. And some people have a problem with one and not the other, Smell and hearing are pretty, and even taste, like being able to. Some people can't taste sweet or salt or bitterness or something like that.
Have you ever taken like one of those tongue tablets that like change?
Yeah.
They turn
The
like
M-berries.
sour things
The
sweet.
M-berry
Yeah.
tablets
Dude,
are
those things are so-
fucking
that
amazing.
made the Monster just have such a
Such
stronger
a fruity
flavor.
taste.
It's
Yeah.
like so much more like mango-y or something like that. Like,
Yeah, it
damn.
was really good. Sense of humor
What?
is another important sense.
I have that. Why are you laughing?
Nothing. Kinesthesis. I don't know what kinesthesis is.
Is that what Rick has?
I don't know.
Electromagnetism?
It sounds like a sense of movement.
Maybe.
So like if you're on a
Kinethesis.
train, like do you feel the motion more than like other people?
Isn't that like the sense of like pressure? Like you
I
can
don't
tell
know.
how much pressure is being exerted or something.
I wonder if there's like a sense of reality.
I don't know. One thing I feel like I have is like this, like there's a sense of smell and the sense of taste, But I feel like mine are, like, I know there's a connection between the two, but I feel like mine are more connected sometimes than others. Where, like, I can relate things to, like, this tastes like this smells. Like, fairly
Sure.
easily.
Oh yeah, I definitely get
You know?
that.
Like, cherry Coke often has a ladybug flavor. Not that I've ever eaten a ladybug, but that it tastes very similar to what I smell from a ladybug.
See, that's weird. That's like, I feel like that's more association than actual, like, the two senses interacting.
I mean, maybe it's an association, but what I believe is that smell I've smelled from ladybugs, which is a very strong smell.
Yeah.
I've smelled it many times. I know Rick has.
Yeah.
Like, I've had flavoring and stuff. There's Necco wafer candies.
Yeah.
I remember eating packs of those, and I would throw away all the purple ones because they tasted just like rubber latex gloves smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Like, they tasted terrible, and I hate them. And like, this is like what a rubber glove smells like.
Yeah.
With the like the powder and
Yeah,
stuff
the
on 'em?
powdered ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
it smelled like those, and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't want it. So I always threw the purple ones away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that tastes metal when I touch it, right?
I mean, I know what metal tastes like, but not touch.
I
No.
have in the past when I was really little, like I could taste something different when I touched like pennies and stuff, but I don't get that anymore.
Now, here's one.
And it was
that-
only sometimes.
Yeah. Here's one that I wouldn't categorize under the major five senses. A sense of acceleration.
Oh, I definitely
Whether it's
have
linear
that.
or rotational. Like, that feeling of
Yeah.
like that, it's not a sense of touch,
No.
you know, but it like I can
Feel like
I can like think about how that feels to me, you know,
Yeah.
like going 0 to 60 on a roller coaster. You're like,
Yeah.
you know, like that's a different sensation.
Is that a thing that can be heightened enough to where you can sense it just enough to know now I'm hitting 50? You know,
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Like, you can sense the acceleration to
Yeah.
where, like, you don't have to look at the speedometer, because you might kind of have that if you're used to driving and you're like, you can sense the acceleration and your speed and like, okay, now I'm at 50 without actually
Yeah.
looking and being like, oh look, I'm at 50.
Yeah, being comfortable with like the gearing in my car and stuff, I can do that. But I don't think it's about the acceleration. It's more just about like the sounds and stuff of the car,
You know,
of
I'd
the
be
road.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'd be interested to see a study in like people's senses of their video game avatars, because like I can know how far that character is going to jump, and I have a sense of it that develops over time and gets better.
Yeah.
Like, does that count as any sort of sense?
Game sense.
I don't know. But it's interesting. Like, knowing Mario, like, I know exactly how far Mario can jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can look at a jump and be like, okay, I can make that. I can't make that. There must be another way to do this.
I don't know.
There's a couple lists here that state hunger as a sense,
Really?
which is a very specific feeling, and it
Yeah.
feels different than an emotion.
It's a different nerve.
Yeah, so
Cluster,
I
I
could probably
guess.
say that. You
Yeah.
know?
Does horniness count then?
Arousal. Yeah. That's a different.
Yeah, but I
sense.
mean, so much of that is in the mind, Rick.
See, that's one thing, like,
Stimulate her mind next time.
see,
Well,
the sense thing is a weird thing, because, like,
Yeah.
the
hunger,
sensation can happen in the body.
hunger and horniness both, like, I categorize those as, like, measuring how I feel personally.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Yeah.
like, if I can sense hunger, I can sense when Eric's hungry or when Calvin's hungry, or I can sense horniness and I can sense when Calvin's horny.
I
or
can sense when
Rick's
Aaron's hungry.
You know what I mean? Like,
You smell my pheromones, Aaron?
I don't know. I feel like that's more of a sense category than like me sensing that I'm hungry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you use your sense of vision to see for yourself, not to see others. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel like senses are like taking what's out and bringing it in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Whereas like hunger is already in. And it's been
Well,
there.
I
It's
mean,
not
if you
going
think
anywhere.
about it, like it's a specific, part of your brain that is monitoring from your stomach and from, the resources you're using if you should eat. And it's something that can be overcome too. Like you could just not eat and it'll just go away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's, I don't know.
I think Calvin said this earlier, but like a danger sense.
Yeah.
Like you can be in a position where like your adrenaline starts pumping and your senses are telling you
Yeah.
that there's something for danger.
Now,
or the sense of like being watched.
well, I was gonna say there are
Like
some
eyes in the
things
back of
here
your
that
head.
like aren't as proven, as they're not as tested. or testable, but there is a common conception of the sense of being watched, which is interesting because I've thought that before too, and I've been right, but sometimes I've just been wrong as well. So that's not like officially on the list, but it's one of those things where it's like whenever you put it to a test of falsifiability, it fails a lot too, you know? So
Yeah.
Maggie in chat says sense of timing.
sense of timing.
Like that fucking Mario level that Rick
I feel like
fucking
that's that goes back to like sense of humor as well.
Well, I feel
made.
like
Sense of timing does?
no,
'cause
timing is more like, you know, I know that 5 minutes has passed, even
Yeah.
though I'm not looking at a clock.
Or like your body like automatically waking up at like 6 a.m. every morning.
Like an internal clock.
Kind of, yeah.
Being able to, like Gone, being able to measure exactly how long a minute is.
Like
Yeah.
that woman from Jag who always knew exactly what time it was without having to look at a clock.
Like, I can see the sense of timing. Like sometimes, because you had like, holy shit! Like you watch a great show, you're like, that was 40 minutes, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And that can overwhelm your timing, I suppose.
And even in dancing too.
Yeah,
Like
I
if
think
you
that
have-
it's possible that the observation one, like you're being observed, this might be kind of left over from when we were prey. And you know, if you ever watch a deer, like in the woods, they're always like
Yeah.
the ones that are most paranoid are the ones that live, you know. So maybe that's kind of left over from here, because we also like, you know, there's a reason like a lot of people feel a lot more comfortable sleeping high, like
Yeah.
in the second levels, because you know our ancestors could have been in trees to stay away from predators, and you're more relaxed so you can go into a deeper sleep. Whereas if you feel more exposed or on the ground, it's hard to kind of rest, you know. That's not necessarily a sense, just kind of like leftover instinct a little bit. So maybe it's the observation thing is kind of like that, just this idea of being paranoid and having a little bit of fear. It's the same reason like universally kids are scared of the dark. They're scared of monsters, which sharp teeth and bright eyes, you know. Because I mean, hell, jaguars just carried us off in the jungle, you know.
Yeah.
And the kids that weren't scared of that didn't breed. So, but I don't know if I would call that a sense or something. I don't know.
You guys keep talking about sense of timing, and now you know, my mind is just stuck on that joke with the guy who could tell time with his donkey.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just stuck on that. Have you heard that one?
No.
You haven't heard that one?
I didn't
don't-
hear it that time.
I don't know that I've heard it from
there's
the description of the joke. I may know it from the punchline.
There was a guy who was it's an older one, so it takes place a while back, where like you know you don't have phones and stuff, right? So it doesn't
Right.
work in today's age. He doesn't have a phone. He doesn't have a watch. He doesn't have any of that kind of stuff. He's trying to figure out where he is, what time it is, and he sees a guy along a building with a donkey like standing next to him, and he goes to the guy and he's like, "Excuse me, sir, do you know what time it is?" And the guy looks up at him and looks over at his donkey, reaches out and lifts his balls. And he kind of holds him for a second, puts him down, and says, "It's about 2:30 p.m." And the guy says, "Wait, are you sure it's 2:30 p.m.?"
Mm-hmm.
And the guy like reaches out, pulls up again, holds him for a minute, you know, for a second or whatever, puts him back down, goes, "Yeah, it's about 2:30. He goes, Sir, that's incredible. How can you tell what time it is by lifting this donkey's balls?" He goes, "Well, there's a clock right over there." So, I don't know. It was a joke. I remember a long time
There's
ago.
a great
but-
little video someone made of that.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where like the guy just keeps coming back the next day, being like, "You know, you were right. How did you know?"
Yeah.
You just see it like it's like a clock tower, like
Yeah, there's like
in
a
a
clock
town
tower
all the way
way
over
over
here. And he's like, yeah,
Rick, what'd you do?
Nothing.
You cut the end of stream.
I didn't
Yeah.
do anything.
So no, I don't know. I used to hear jokes all the time from like
Yeah.
back in the day, or
Sure.
my dad, or something like that. And like sometimes, for some reason, sense of timing, I was like, someone was like, I was just like that guy with the donkey. He didn't
Yeah.
have a sense of timing.
Let's see. So there's a couple hotly debated ones, like the ability to sense magnetic fields. Again, a lot of these aren't necessarily testable, but we know that certain
It's like people with dowsing rods.
yeah,
Yeah.
but we know that certain animals might be able to detect magnetic fields, like migratory birds, fish, and you know whales and stuff.
That's why
like
cows point in a certain direction, right?
yeah, I don't
When
know
they
about the
graze.
cows one.
Well,
But, birds.
Isn't there like something with that, with like the supernatural and people and like your hair standing up and all that kind of stuff too? Doesn't that kind of fall into like the electromagnetism kind of field too, or something?
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. I used to look all that kind of shit up a long time ago, and then
Like-
I don't have time anymore for that.
I can
It's all
feel
fake anyway, in my opinion, right now. I've never seen one and everything.
like I've walked under like 200,000 volt power lines before, and they were quite close. It was in like a substation. I could feel that the air was like
Charged.
it was charged.
Yeah.
I couldn't feel like a pulling or like a repelling force. I could just feel like everything around me was like, I don't know, it was like ionized. It's difficult to describe.
My great grandmother's dog always knew when a storm was coming. Like 2 or 3 hours before a storm came, he'd just start shaking, and then she'd go into the bed, and you knew a storm was coming.
Interesting. See, I can tell that by like leaves on trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Sure.
don't feel it. It's not a sense.
Yeah, like
I can-
I'll often be like, it's gonna rain real soon,
I mean,
and Jess will be like, huh?
you can see by the leaves on the trees that
Yeah.
that is a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess.
don't tell Jason that. That way he's like, Eric has some kind of power. You know,
Oh.
he's
No,
got
yeah.
rain, you know? He's always right.
how
Like
would
you
tell the
can
time from lifting those
My
balls.
bones are aching, Andy.
you can
Like that
feel
go,
the
yeah.
the pressure, the air pressure change. You can smell the nitrogen in the air. You can
Yeah,
you
with
can
the
see the leaves.
with the magnetic field, there was a study where participants were put in an EEG machine. Then they watched to see how their brains responded. Ultimately, they saw brain activity in the participants that resembled our response, brain scan, with other stimuli like sight and sound. So the brain was lighting up as if, like, this is being sensed. But they weren't able to like say, yep, I feel it. Nope, I don't feel it. You know. But it seemed like the brain was responding. So it's.
So maybe the brain doing it, but maybe not realizing your brain is noticing
Maybe.
it, kind of thing.
But it also there wasn't like in experiments like this, like sometimes you need to have a variable. You need to be able to like, okay, how do you falsify this? And the experiments can break down that way, and you just don't know. But it's an interesting subject, I think.
Yeah.
What's that one guy?
Without certain instruments, like we can't tell, infrared or heat, signatures, stuff like that. I mean, unless you're actually touching them. So it does make you think, like, if humanity evolved with no nose, we would have no concept of smell. So what is out there that we don't have an organ to detect that we
True.
should be able to,
Yeah,
I
James
mean, we
Rand.
can create technology and stuff like that to be able to detect things, but there could be something.
Or
That-
could we alter in future to where we have senses of other things
Yeah.
for some reason, or our brain can notice it, or it can whatever.
So it's an interesting topic. But that's all the major senses that I saw. Some of the other ones were just kind of bullshit.
It's like I saw Alicia say, Diego, my dog, takes a huge dump right before it rains.
But that's also instinct.
Okay.
You know.
So I do have an interesting question. All right. Not a question. This is a thing that happens sometimes. Okay. So if like when Jancy and I are in bed and all the lights are off.
Eric.
I know.
I
Go
don't
with
know
me
if
here.
we want to talk about
All right.
this.
All the lights are off. She can run her, like we can, if we put the cover up, she can run her fingers down the covers and you'll see little spikes of static electricity. You'll see it.
Yeah.
It's like very, very faint, but she'll do this and it's like,
Yeah, it's like a little bunch of little
Yeah.
tiny blue flashes.
but if I do it, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It's only her. And I'm like, you got some kind of mild superpower.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's probably
I think
her,
she just charged more. I don't
like
know.
her hair.
Rick has.
I don't know.
Rick has
And-
electrical buildup too.
Like
Yeah.
the moisture in your skin can also affect it.
Rick has shocked so many things, or been shocked so many times throughout his life.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I've had
Caused thousands
the-
of dollars worth of damages.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I get shocked. I get shocked a lot too, but my fingers don't electrify at night
no.
in bed.
Like I've had the static
don't?
electricity so
Mine do.
bright that like if I'm laying down, like I can see flashes like through my blanket. It's a thin blanket, but
Yeah.
you can still see it, like little
It's
tiny
actually-
LEDs.
It has to be pitch black, and then you can clearly see it. But I can't record it with my camera.
Yeah, it's not
because
enough
it's
light.
too faint, and if I add some light, then you can't see it.
What
Yeah.
material was your blankets made out of?
It's like a white
Are they
cotton,
wool?
I guess.
Cotton?
I don't know.
And a
We'll
white
have to
cloth.
experiment tonight. Report back next week.
Do you
Frank.
guys? What category would this fall under? Like, have you guys ever been like when you were saying about being in the room and turning lights off and stuff?
Yeah.
When I'm in the dark, like at my house, like I have like this sense of being able to just walk through my house without bumping into walls or anything. Like just like I remember being like in my parents' house, and I would turn off the lights and close my eyes and see if I can go from my bedroom out all the way without running into anything. And usually, if I wasn't right on, I was pretty close.
Yeah.
I think it's just spatial awareness. I guess,
that's spatial awareness.
Because like it's the concept of a blind person. Like they can just walk through their house absolutely no problem.
All right.
But if you come into their house and move something, they can really hurt themselves.
I'm gonna try to make my way to the fridge.
Okay. Without
Getting lost.
From
By closing your eyes.
He's gonna close his eyes.
all right.
And make his way to the fridge. So you guys can watch this as he goes from Calvin's
Live.
over here. So
There he
Rick, how
goes.
confident are you?
I'm a little worried.
You're going to the fridge.
Yep. That's the plan.
Without running into anything.
Yep. That's the plan.
Okay.
Now he's getting worried.
Where do you think
A shift. So that means I gotta go this way.
a shift in the floor from carpet? Okay.
Oh no.
He bumped into the trash can.
All right.
Oh God.
This is the height of podcasting.
All right.
All right. He's going to the coffee maker.
No, well, don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Okay. All right. You're trying to find the
He
fridge.
knocked shit off the fridge.
And you have found it. Okay. Now, with your eyes closed, sit back down.
Oh. This could be more dangerous. There's expensive stuff over that way.
I know.
Just move his chair out of the way.
Yeah. Let's just fucking leave.
We all leave.
Let's just leave.
Bye, guys. Here's the stream is him just wandering around the room.
Okay. So Rick is coming back now. You seem pretty confident, Rick. The spatial awareness is going well.
Kind of okay.
Yeah.
It's like right here,
But what are you looking for?
isn't it? Oh, there should be a chair.
Oh, okay. Your headphones are gone.
Yep, I'll just stay here.
Okay, well, congratulations. Your chair was moved.
I was hoping you would find it there and sit
I did much better on the way back.
Yeah. Well, because you've been there once and
That's
came
true.
back, you know.
Oh man.
Well, I'm proud of you, Rick.
Yay! Podcasts.
All right. Well, if we're done with that one, I know the next thing that we have,
Okay.
which I started to look at, and I was like, nope, I'm stopping. Not gonna do this. We gotta check this out on our podcast.
Okay.
That means I
So
gotta put headphones on, right?
we will have to watch it with headphones. Yes. It was. I have to find it here. There was a Cobb video that's not very long.
Oh, you'll need to send it to me. Okay, so we're going to be watching a new Cobb video. Cobb, who is a YouTuber that does a lot of Blind Wave fun videos and stuff like that.
I'm not open on. I don't have my Discord open. Someone will have to go to. Just go to YouTube. Type in Cobb Blind Wave. Is like the first one. It's called "You Reacted in the Wrong Neighborhood."
Okay.
All right. Tell me when you're ready for me to show your screen, Aaron. You ready now?
Yeah, I should be good. My audio should still be coming through, so.
Yeah, it should be all good.
Okay, I'm
Just
good.
find it. I see Calvin found it.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Rick, you find it.
Yep.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, so. All right, guys, we're gonna get started with this episode of Cobb
Full
Full
length.
Length. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, I know.
Through my methodology. The same thing happened got that adrenaline burst. They eat you alive.
Asshole first.
Would you be Long John Silver, Hitler, and me?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is so good. Fire!
Oh God.
Oh.
That's really good. That's
Yeah.
a great meme.
Wow.
That's, look
That's
at you dancing. That's
great.
funny.
around.
Oh my gosh, my fucking toe.
Is that like a meme, or is it a original thing?
That's fantastic. If you could be any person, who would you be? Long John Silver, Hitler for me.
Jeez.
What was the context of that statement?
I don't know, but I didn't say Hitler for me in that order. There was a cut in between Hitler and for me.
Man, you did a really good job because somebody
That
was
was
like,
great,
I don't know how
Cobb.
he's gonna rhyme it, and he does like,
That was
oh my
really
god,
good.
Billy.
It's like whenever. Well, it's a little different. It's
Yeah.
a fun song that they made up. Like I've seen ones where like they take like Obama speeches or something
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
and they have him like sing a song.
You have him sing
Sing,
the
like-
Pokemon song. There's a Donald Trump sings a Pokemon theme song, and then there's an Obama sings it. And Obama's
Like,
clearly
no,
better.
There's also an
I don't mean to be political.
There's
but
a,
it's just
Obama
more
sings-
pleasing.
up all
them.
night to
It's my rule.
have
Yeah.
fun or whatever.
Train them.
But yeah, I've seen that meme. But it's funny to just like know exactly where these things are coming from, because I watched the one. I'm like, I know what happens next. Fire,
Yeah. No, that was good. Top
That was
tier.
really good.
No, I started watching that the one day, and I was like, guys, there's no Cobb video. Is it something we
Yeah.
should watch for podcast? He said, it's only a minute long. And I like started it, and I got to the 2 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like the count to the
To the
Man, Cobb did an awesome thing for our lightsaber fights called Duel, and then he did some more intros too. It looks like,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it's some really cool stuff that Cobb does.
Yeah, I know. We watched the dual one a long time ago. Had some discussion on that.
I
and
mean,
whatnot, and-
if anything, we're just fools that we haven't hired him at this point to put out weekly videos. So guys, have a Cobb day. And then he can really feel the pressure of turning his hobby into a job.
make something good, or you're fired.
Yeah, right.
So, but yeah, no.
was really
I
good.
thought that was a really cool thing. It's
Yeah.
a neat thing. I've never seen a. I think it's the first time we've had something like that
Mhm.
for us. We turned into some kind of song.
Yeah.
What was the title of it? I guess the title of it's "You Reacted in the Wrong Neighborhood."
Yeah.
Yep.
Needs to be longer. Needs to be like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Do the intros. I see Cobb also said, "Oh no, please."
We got some questions that have come along through Twitch.
Yeah.
If we want to get into
Good,
those.
good, good. Let's do it.
If you don't have anything else. Have any of you guys tried out Min Min so far, the Super Smash Brothers character? If so, what tier would you place her at the moment? I put her in a solid B, C tier.
Oh.
I will say I have not played it yet. I kind of forgot, and then Colson said, "Dad, there's like a new character in Smash," and I was like, "What? No, there's not." He goes, "Yeah, her name's like Min Min or something." I'm like, "Well, dang, he's right. He remembered I'm wrong."
Yeah.
Dang it. So yeah, so I haven't done it yet. I was like, "Well, we'll try it out later," and I haven't had a chance to yet.
I can't squeeze any gaming in that's not Persona 5 right now.
Sure. I just would feel weird about starting up Smash and it's not on the couch with you guys, so I haven't done it.
You haven't
So
done
you're,
it?
No.
so you all are
It's the buffet of
abstaining
the video game
from
world.
Smash.
I mean, I played with the kids a little bit because Colson likes to play, and I'm trying to like teach him to be better. Like one of the things that he keeps on getting upset about, and I'm trying to get him under the idea of like, you can't blame controllers. Like they were playing Gang Beast. Him, Colson, Kanan, and Ayla were all playing Gang Beast, and he was in like, Kanan, you're such a hacker. Like Colson, stop. You know, you're playing on the same
Yep.
console. You're
Yeah.
playing the same game. He has the same type of controller you have. Like,
Yep.
you're just calling him a hacker because you're mad because you're losing. And I want him to like take responsibility on his own. You know,
You don't know how right you are.
What?
There's so many pro streamers that are getting called out by just regular, ordinary people. And there's, "Oh, he's so much better than me. He must be hacking."
Yeah.
They just can't comprehend that there's another explanation.
And well, yeah, and I'm like, you know, like he'll get mad because like controller game or whatever, and like he'll lose to me, and I don't let him win because I want him to get better.
Yeah.
And then beat me. Well, I want old gray, whatever it is, and he's like, "Dad, I beat you." Like, I'm proud, son. You know, like I want to have.
I like that you're so old by the time he gets to be able to beat you that you have the old man voice. He spent 80 years trying to beat you at King Beast. You finally
no,
done
Smash
it.
Brothers.
Okay. I
But
get
yeah,
you.
no, exactly.
No, that's hilarious.
But I want him to like be able to earn that from me,
Yeah.
not me just give him it and he's like, "Oh, it's fun," you know. Because I remember being like, I remember playing games with my parents and being like, "You guys are so bad,"
Yeah.
and then they stopped playing because I was mean. But I was mean because they sucked. he's mean because they're winning. you
Yeah.
know? So, I'm
Speaking
like,
of cheaters, there was some news this week. Billy Mitchell, who held the world record for the highest score in Pac-Man and the
Oh.
highest score in Donkey Kong.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
His Guinness Book of World Records were reinstated.
They were
Wait, they were
reinstated.
reinstated?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
he sued. I know he
He did.
sued Guinness,
Yeah,
right?
so they were taken away
Yeah.
because there was some pretty conclusive proof.
Very
that he,
damning evidence that he definitely cheated.
that he played them on an emulator.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Which was
Allegedly.
Yes, which it was against the rules.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily cheating if you're using an emulator, but it's a lot easier to cheat if
Yeah.
you're using an emulator.
Right, because you can run other scripts that aren't necessarily the original game code.
Yeah. But he sued, and he's back in, baby.
How interesting.
Yeah.
That's the way you do it.
And it's also interesting because, like, I'm pretty sure there's documented evidence of someone getting the Pac-Man high score way before him, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was another person who like had the high score beforehand, and then he wasn't a big shot that, there was no way of it being like a big thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, Namco themselves approached Billy Mitchell, I believe, and, like, bestowed the title upon him, basically. But it had been done before that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then anybody that's seen the documentary The King of Kong, that's who we're talking
Yeah.
about. And he's a character. And yeah, it's really interesting to see the way he talks about himself, but he's also, it seems to be extremely litigious. So
Yeah.
allegedly there were allegations of him cheating, but it seems like he has beaten that
Well,
for now.
they're not alleged allegations. They
Yeah.
are allegations.
Sure, exactly. Yeah.
Of alleged activities.
Of alleged activities, yes.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's interesting.
Yep.
So, yeah, I thought that.
I didn't know
actually
about the being reinstated. I definitely knew about
I think that
them
happened this week.
this week.
Yeah, I thought
Wow.
you were gonna be like, so everything's official. It's taken off. They've
Yeah.
said it's been proven and da da da. And you said you flipped it all over the other way and
Yeah.
said it's got it back, baby. And I was like, well, Jesus. All right, well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. There's a thing like where like what I was saying about like cheating and stuff like that too. Like for Coulson, I want him to know like not everybody's cheating. Some people will cheat, but you gotta be like I played PUBG matches where people are like seeing through walls and stuff or
Speed hacking.
yeah, speed hacking and all that kind of stuff. And like there is legitimate cheating, but there's also looking at yourself and being like, you can do better. Here's what you did wrong. Here's how you do it better. You know?
You need to show him Tombstone and show him what happens when people call out people for cheating in the Wild West. Then he'll.
I didn't do that, but I did show him my piece of my tooth, and I'm like, this is what happens when you don't brush your teeth. They fall out and they break, and you don't have any. And you're like, okay,
Well,
I brush my
that's-
teeth.
That's a healthy fear.
That's funny.
He's just gonna be like Monk. He brushes them 12 times a day.
Wipe, 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 wipe.
I'm just trying to make sure that they brush their teeth too. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Coulson gets very angry in games, and I want him to get a little better and understand things. So.
Sure.
And less angry.
All right, not a question, but I watched a speed run of a playthrough of Dark Souls. Now I think Aaron will finish the game probably by Christmas. That's from Diego.
By Christmas. I hope it's before that. I don't know how much I have left. It's been over 30 hours now.
Yeah.
Like I'm hoping I'm halfway. But every time I do
Yeah.
something hard, everyone's like, "You beat the tutorial." I'm like, well, "How long is this game? What am I gonna get through?"
I know the first or second week you were doing it, I remember telling you, like, hey, when you're all done, we should watch, like, the world record speed run. Like, no glitches or something like that, you know? Just it'd have you react to it. That'd be fun.
People have asked about that too,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Yeah, maybe we might do that." But I don't
Dream
know.
Child asks, will
it'd
we-
probably be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dream Child. Well, I mean, a lot of times it's cathartic. Like when I watch speed runs of Batman Forever, like that is cathartic because I can see someone giving that game the business that it deserves.
Yeah.
That I
Wait.
could not give it back when I was a child.
Batman Forever on the SNES,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I played on the Genesis, but yeah, I saw the speed run on the SNES.
the one. Well, you and I tried to beat it.
Yeah.
Like we almost did,
We almost did.
and then we gave up. Like that's the farthest we're ever gonna get. We tried so hard, got so far, but in the end, it didn't matter.
Maybe we should stream that at some point. Actually finish it.
Maybe. That's all. Oh man, that game. I've never beat that. I never beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I never beat Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Those are 3 games on the SNES that I spent so much time playing that I never beat, and they haunt me to today.
I've never beaten Mike Tyson's Punch Out, which is one that haunts me to this day. And like I've beaten a bunch of games where I've used warps. Like I've beaten Battletoads, but with warps. I've never done it like 100% or whatever.
Gotcha.
Dream Child asks, will we blah 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 blah. Dream Child asks, will we see a return of Cthulhu RPG stream this Halloween? There will certainly be something Halloween related.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be Cthulhu, but possibly.
With COVID stuff going on, it's hard for me to think past it.
It's true.
True.
You know? Like, there's definitely not going to be trick or treat
No.
if it's still going on.
Oh,
But
that's
it
so
definitely-
sad to think about.
I know, isn't that
Yes.
really sad to think about?
Yeah, I didn't even think about
Yeah.
that.
Dude,
God
I've
damn it,
always-
Eric. My day is
I know.
ruined.
I'm sorry, man, but that's a real bad idea.
I've always wanted to have some kind of crazy, like, haunted housey thing for, like, Halloween.
Yeah.
Where we can, like, do the fake people standing and the real people getting them kind of thing. Like, rah, gorgeous, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to be known for the guy that gives away full-size candy bars. And last year I bought a bunch of full-size candy bars. A total of 2 groups showed up to my house.
Well, I mean, you got to
3
make a name for
kids.
yourself. So, like,
Yeah.
those 2 groups are going to tell other kids, and next year it'll spread.
You need to hire
And
some
next year it'll
kids.
spread.
You need to hire some kids to go out and tell the other kids.
Sure.
And that way you can achieve your
I can
dream.
pay them in candy. That's not suspicious at all.
No, it's just if that's your first time, and if you've moved, you know, like they're not gonna
Yeah.
know how to find you. So you gotta
but
gotta
if
find
you're
a
there-
place that you're always gonna be at, and then you're known as like there's always that one guy sitting in the rocking chair on his porch gives out full candy bars. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the people there last year were just dicks. And
You know,
like,
Calvin, just advertise throughout the year, like, "Hey, kids, free candy." You'll
have
get
a
a
ban-
reputation.
just have a banner on your porch. I'm sure you'll get lots of.
Just a white sheet with black spray paint. Free candy.
Okay.
You'll get
next
some
question.
attention that way.
I'm sure.
Big Fat Gooner asked, what are your guys' thoughts on the newly announced Fallout TV series for Amazon?
Yeah, I didn't know there was a new Fallout series.
No, I didn't either.
No, I'm intrigued.
Huh.
That
Yeah, me too.
is not as interesting to me as maybe Calvin because I haven't really played the games. But
Yeah, I don't know where or when they would be starting it from. Like, it'd be cool if they said more from like maybe the European theater. That might be cool because there's been quite a bit of America and stuff. There's been, let's see, 76 was like West Virginia. 4 was DC. 3 was DC. I can't remember.
DC.
I think 3 was
3 was DC. 4
I mean, there was one in Vegas.
4 was Boston. Yeah, it was Massachusetts.
76 was in West Virginia.
New Vegas was obviously
Where was
Yeah.
that one?
out west in Nevada.
Oh, in Vegas.
Yeah, in Vegas.
People are saying it's going to be run by the Westworld creators.
Ooh, that's going to be
Interesting.
great.
Yeah.
The Commonwealth. Yeah.
Well, that'd be cool. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do with that.
I mean, it was basically like DC, right?
Man.
The greater area. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you were talking about some stuff, but I'm still stuck on the candy thing. Like, do you think you could like remember the ice cream truck?
Yeah.
And like it make ding 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 ding,
Yeah.
and like people are like yeah, ice cream.
Sure.
Like that never happened to the candy van. Like, could you have like a candy van like
Candy
that
van
plays
has a
music and
stigma.
sells candy bars and stuff? And
There's
kids,
a bit of a stigma against it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we got food trucks,
Yeah,
and
well,
you can buy a candy bar
But
from
there's
them.
also a stigma against.
Hey, not the candy van.
yeah, not the candy van.
There's also a stigma against the Bronco, and that's coming back.
The Bronco,
The
Yeah.
Bronco.
like the horse.
The Ford Bronco?
Yeah, the one that OJ escaped in, or attempted
Oh.
to escape in.
Oh, I saw that. They made a new
Gosh.
one.
Yeah, they did.
They announced
that's
it
a
on like
deep
his
cut.
birthday or something.
Did they
Yeah.
on his birthday? That you said?
It was like either on his birthday or like the anniversary of his trial or something. But like
Jeez.
the Bronco was announced, the new one was announced on like a day.
Did they
that had to
stop
do-
making it because of the chase or whatever? Or
I mean,
would
every time I
imagine.
see
Well,
it,
it-
4,
it-
I think about making a murder.
It lost popularity, I'm sure,
yeah,
Huh.
interesting.
Yep, coming back.
because the Blazer took over, right?
yeah, my parents had a Blazer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys ever have candy cigarettes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those little compressed marshmallow things.
Yeah, whatever they were. You put them in. I always have
Yeah.
them in. Make sure the pink side was on the outside.
Pink
Ever
side's
have,
gotta be
like,
out. It's gotta
chewing
look like it's lit.
tobacco Gum?
No, I didn't do
Yeah.
Like the baseball stuff?
Yeah.
Big League Jew.
yeah, used to have
Yeah.
that.
that. No, I had the one where it's the tape.
Gosh.
What?
The slip of the tongue.
What'd you say?
I don't know, but it's
I
going
said
to be
Big
clipped.
League Chew.
Okay.
He just messed up chew.
Yeah.
Calvin's dyslexic or something. That's the thing I always hear. So I don't know. He's only ever read it.
I have a canker sore on the side of my tongue, and it's really difficult to move my tongue.
Yeah.
It's-
Oh my god, that's the best thing that's happened all week. That's gonna be my favorite thing next week.
That's your favorite. It's
Yeah.
got to be this week.
No,
The podcast is still
it's
going.
good enough for 2 weeks. Next question.
Isabella asks.
We can
what's
bring
your-
it up next week if you want, Calvin.
No.
Isabella asks, what's your favorite soundtrack of an anime you guys have reacted to so far? Mine is Haikyuu, Naruto, and Attack on Titan. Mine is Cowboy Bebop by A Country Mile.
Naruto used to be.
Cowboy Bebop is really good.
Naruto's really
Hunter
It
x
has
Hunter.
some great like in the episode music.
You know what? I do love that PlayStation sound music.
Yeah.
Dun.
I don't know. My Hero has some pretty good music.
My Hero has some of the best music.
I mean, Full Metal Alchemist had amazing
Full
music.
Metal
I don't know
Alchemist
about
Brotherhood, amazing music. There's not much that I don't like in regards to that, but probably like the high of highs was probably like Yusei Run, Super Saiyan 3 transformation.
Well, they have soundtrack though, so you got to consider everything.
Yeah.
And if you do that, the only answer is Bebop.
Bebop's pretty great.
Man.
Yeah.
Stuck in my head right now is that bow, bow from Naruto.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. There's nothing I've disliked so far, really. Like sometimes you watch like campy live action shows and the music is just this is fucking terrible. You know? Like the bad guys show up and they have a chorus of Russians singing.
Let's see.
Yeah, this is it. Sorry, I opened up the PlayStation sound.
Gotcha. Every time that comes up in Naruto, you're like PlayStation.
It sounds like a lot like it.
Yeah.
It's not exactly, but you know what else it does? It goes boom, boom. It does the two. You know.
Torpedo, Rick, have you ever tried Book It, the pro wrestling card game? I've
Book
not, but I have. I do own and have read, but have not played a pro wrestling tabletop RPG
Wow.
that's based off from the Dungeon World system.
Gotcha.
Which is pretty amazing because you have the people in the ring, like during their match, obviously, but the players who are not doing that are the commentators for that match.
Yeah.
And like they can say things that happen too. It's pretty cool.
It's interesting.
Book It. I think of Book It. I think of that. Like
The
a program.
thing through school where you
Yeah.
got books.
Yeah, the Book It program. Like that was a van.
Yeah.
The book van.
The book van?
Remember the library van?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bookmobile.
So a book van's okay, but a candy
They
van's
can't do
bad.
candy. There's a stigma.
Because learning is not the same as child abduction.
Book It, D-Lo.
There's a reason why Vans giving out candy has a stigma.
I remember was it Book It? What program was it where you read, you got points, and you got Pizza Hut? Like you got pizza. You remember that?
I don't
Yeah,
remember that.
I remember that.
Was that Book It?
You get little, you got little like personal pizzas, like it's
Yeah.
like 4 tiny
You
pieces.
could go to Pizza Hut and
Yeah,
get like a free
for reading.
pizza
It's the only reason I read.
because you read books.
Yeah.
I want to say that was Book It.
I think that was Book It.
Crimson
But yeah.
says accelerated reader.
Oh,
But I don't know if that's true.
I mean, it could have been that.
And
too,
that
I
may have
guess,
been
but I
the
don't know.
program that he had, his school program.
Some people are agreeing.
I think it was Book It, man.
I remember-
there was Dare. Remember the Dare?
Yeah.
That's not
stuff.
related to books.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, like programs that came in school every like
Yeah.
couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Book It was one
Who
of
do
them,
you
and I
think-
got pizza.
But with Dare, who do you think would win in a fight? Scruff McGruff
Uh-huh.
or Smokey the Bear?
Smokey the
Smokey-
Bear is a
Smokey Bear has an
bear.
axe, but Scruff McGruff has a gun.
I think Scruff McGruff did have a gun.
Yeah, but most people that attack bears with guns, they die.
Yeah,
Bears,
because
if you
guns
wanna- if you wanna
piss
have a
bears
bear,
off.
The best thing to do is bear spray or like like
Playing
like,
dead?
Yeah, or, well, yeah, that, you might die too. But generally, people that attack bears with guns that they're not prepared for during an attack die.
But
So-
they're fighting. It's not like it's a surprise bear attack.
Yeah,
They're gonna fight.
I mean, is this a
Bing,
death
bing.
battle?
Yeah, bing bing.
I mean, Smokey the Bear will just use his, like, he's got forest fires and shit.
But he can't use that. He's against it.
Exactly. All he has to do is start a fire in a forest. He'll be too busy with that and he gets
no,
shot in the back of the head.
to be able to save forest fires, you have to burn part of the forest down.
That is
he
true.
knows how to do it. Death battle.
Maybe.
Next question.
Dude, you know what? Scruff McGruff was like That's probably where like the idea and My Hero came from.
Maybe.
Smokey the Bear does have an axe.
He does
Yes,
have an axe.
he most certainly does.
I'm looking at.
Next question.
And climb trees.
E. Huddock.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, but I went to Google and I typed in Smokey, and the first thing I got was Smokey versus McGruff. What?
Google heard you talking, Aaron.
No, there is a death battle for Smokey the Bear versus McGruff.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I have to
no
watch
idea.
it now.
I was just talking
There is a
about
death
this.
battle for this.
We have to watch it now.
Son of
It's
a
like 18
bitch.
minutes long.
Just find out who the winner is. Go in the comments and see who's complaining.
Everyone is complaining, Eric.
You want me to find out who the winner was? I can't believe they did it.
I kind of want to do a reaction now.
They do all kinds of shit.
It looked like Smokey won.
Oh,
Man, death
my
battle
gosh.
reactions. That takes me back.
Right?
Yeah, right. Year 1.
Yeah, I think Smokey won. Yep.
Good.
Here,
Nice.
hold it still.
Death
No.
battle reactions. I
Damn
get the
it.
most shit in comments. Even today. It's like, you fucking fanboy disagreeing.
Is this
with
what you
death
wanted,
battle.
Rick?
Yep.
He wants a good splash screen. Yes. Ooh, yeah.
I believe it. I mean, he's got a shovel. He
I want
buries
you
his
to prevent
opponent.
forest fires.
I can't believe that. I'm just like, I was looking up McGruff, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
McGruff. Okay, he looks like that. And someone said he had an axe. I'm like, man, Smokey had an axe. So I go to type in Smokey, and the first thing I got was Smokey versus McGruff.
Sure.
All right.
That's pretty cool.
All right. E. Huddock. Hey guys, I was thinking about sending some drawings I've done. Any particular fandom you would like? Hope you guys and your families have a great 4th of July.
Let's see. What's
Stargate.
something that we haven't been drawn in the style of? That'd be cool. I want to see me in Code Geass style.
Do you know what I saw? I saw
Calvin would look fine.
Yeah, it would look proportional.
one thing I saw recently that someone sent me was us as Powerpuff Girl characters.
Oh, yeah.
Like we had like the little heads and all stuff. I think it was like an app or something like that, but it was like, but that's interesting.
I've seen a lot more people in Discord have those as like their
Little
little
thing.
icons.
So I was
Yeah.
like, look, I made you guys.
That's
I was like,
cool.
well, that's funny. I was like, why don't I have a lot of hair? But no, it was really cool. They were pretty good.
Yeah.
It was funny. So, but to be drawn as, I don't know.
The Okami art style. Like that Japanese water painting.
Oh yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Could be kind of cool.
Trying to think of different art styles.
I would like to be done in the art style of The Last Airbender. I think that'd be cool.
I think we have one of those.
Someone made me once in Pokemon already, kind of thing. So I'm okay with that. I already got that art style.
Yeah. Maybe we did get. Yeah, I think we did get Avatar stuff.
I really don't know.
I think it was in one of those like collage ones, something. Yeah, definitely. Stargate.
Stargate art style?
Yeah,
Isn't that just live action?
I mean it is live action, but
Well, then
I want
we are
us as
already in the
characters
Stargate
in that
art
show.
style.
You want this person to make costumes. Send it in.
And then take a picture of us, and that is art.
All right.
Don't judge me.
Next question. By the way, guys, the questions we're looking at are being submitted through Twitch, through the Blind Wave tokens, the points that you get being in chat.
But don't bother submitting anymore because we don't have time.
Oh, well, up too late.
But next time. Next
Stargate
time.
cartoon, yeah. Do that.
Lana, or Lona, something I've been wondering ever since I became a patron, what's the earliest series you can watch with full length? Is it possible to include the Avatar series? So anything that is before we started has been lost. So it is not possible to include Avatar The Last
Yeah.
Airbender.
All of Korra was there, and I think maybe
Not all.
Oh, it was in the middle of the
I
first
think
season?
it was
Not all
like
Korra.
I don't think it was all. I think it was like
Like episode 5, 6,
I can look.
something
it's like
that.
in season 1, I think.
Yeah, okay.
But I think we started at the beginning of Korra.
I don't think any Avatar was. I thought we started it like right before Korra, but we might have started it in the middle of Korra. So
I think it starts like on episode 11 or something of Korra. But
I
I
would check.
might be completely wrong. I'm not sure.
yeah, I mean that's as far back as it goes Avatar wise. Otherwise, it's just the reactions that we have.
Yeah.
What was our? I'm trying to think of our first series that would have been all full length. Black Sails was all full length. I don't know if like Death Note was.
I know that
Korra 110. is the
110.
first.
Okay. Yeah. So anything around that time, I mean, we got like a couple episodes of Iron Fist season 1, I think. So anything else after that for the Netflix Defenders, you know, it's just at a certain time and then forward. And anything before that, we just don't have that footage.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't saving it all or anything. So I mean, and there was a lot of files and stuff. So
Yeah.
Seppi asks, is Rick related to Zoro from One Piece? I don't think so.
Be weird if you were.
Would be.
it's a cartoon character.
And
I mean, he could be based off from a real person, but I don't think he
It's
is.
an animated character. Is that better?
So Rick, since you started playing Persona 5 Royale, what do you think of the art style and the characters so far? The art style is absolutely incredible. Like, that game, the way that game does menus is art. It's
Really?
just, yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Like, every single aspect of the game is given a level of polish and care beyond almost any other game I've ever seen. Down to the menus. What was the second part of that question? What do I think of the characters so far? I mean, it's kind of hard to compare them to characters that I've spent 100 hours with in the last Persona games, but I am intrigued so far. I certainly like them, but I don't know them very well yet. It's only been like 8 hours or so. I'm playing on the dub as well, in case you're curious. Let's see. Rick, I just finished my first Super Sentai season, which is the Japanese Power Rangers, and my first Kamen Rider series. Have you
Kamen
seen
Rider.
any of them? I'm curious. I have not. Have you guys seen Super Sentai?
Certainly the clips that were used for Power Rangers.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. I mean, I've watched little bits here and there,
Yeah.
but I haven't watched through any of them.
I've only
but yeah.
seen out of context clips from like YouTube and stuff like that.
But yeah, I mean, a lot. Most of the original Power Ranger stuff was all based on that Super Sentai. You know, different elements, different seasons of that. So they just made stories with teenagers work, and then put in the footage from that show, and cheap, and they made money.
A lot of money.
They did. They did.
So much money.
Saban.
Nowadays it's a little different. I think there's some elements of like. I mean, eventually they had to start actually making costumes, and you could tell the difference between the two costumes that they were using and
Yeah.
stuff too. And then as they kept going more and more, they had to actually start putting a little bit more into it and whatnot. So, but yeah, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. They might be. I haven't been watching too much recently, but I don't think anymore they use like the footage from Super Sentai. But they very well could.
All right, and then I think the last one before I get to redemptions. Favorite Clone Wars arc so far? Go! So, I don't want to know what your guys' favorite arc is, but have we seen it?
My favorite arc?
Yeah.
Probably not for me.
No.
Okay.
I mean, you've seen like
Some great stuff.
something that might be in my top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this question I think is mostly for you guys right now.
I don't know what the arcs are called.
The red intro arc. You know what I mean?
The like brothers
Yeah.
revenge.
That was pretty good.
I like that one. I like the
Savage.
Morale Eval.
Yeah, the I mean that was like the bounty hunter kind of thing. right?
Yeah.
That arc.
I
Not sure what
really
it's
like
called.
the arc with the clone troopers that were under the guy with the 4 arms.
Krell,
Yeah,
the
General
Umbara.
Krell.
The
arc.
Umbara
Yeah,
arc.
the
I
Umbara
really
one's-
like that.
That's in my
That
top
was-
5.
Yeah.
I whenever we started Clone Wars with you guys, I remember thinking, oh, we get to do the Umbara arc.
Yeah.
What a great, amazing
I think
arc
that's
for
my
that.
favorite so far.
Yeah.
That one's good. I mean, out of ones that they've seen, Citadel's pretty good.
Yeah.
Mortis
Yeah, Mortis.
is pretty good. I like
Mortis
it.
was good.
That one.
I was just trying to remember what planet that was.
And then
I really liked all the underwater stuff too.
yeah,
And the Mon Cal.
Yeah. Except for the one bit.
No, I mean,
Except
all I'll
for
say
how it
is that the best is yet to come.
I mean, there's still a
I
lot.
hope you're excited for that. You know,
Son of
you
a
know,
bitch.
like the R2 droids arc is not the most exciting. And when I first watched it, it wasn't. And when I rewatched it with you guys, I liked it way more. You
Yeah.
know, so
It was it wasn't bad,
yeah,
but it wasn't at the zenith either.
yeah.
So,
You're
yeah,
We're gonna get into some good stuff.
yeah. There's a lot of good stuff. And they're currently going through it all on the YouTube channel
Yep.
too. So if you guys are here, not from YouTube or anything, you guys are brand new from that. If you guys are interested in Star Wars Clone Wars, so far all of it is over there, and we're still going through it week by week.
Now, I will say,
chronologically.
my favorite moment from your guys' reactions was the Mon Cal arc.
Yeah.
Where, like, we need some kind of underwater army. And then they keep talking, and then it kind of like it goes into the
Trickles.
as Rick is like, he's like this, he's like, oh no, and Calvin's like, oh no, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then
Fucking Gungans.
It was the best moment of my life. I was so happy with it. Of this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
When
it's
did
been a
JT
pretty
move in
low
with you?
bar for a year, Eric.
I know what I said.
Okay.
It was last year.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It's 2020. It's not that
Yeah.
great.
I'm gonna read off bits and donations. There's a few questions in here as well.
All right.
Tobito, resubscribe for 12 months.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dead Dazen, resubscribe for 4 months.
4 months.
Thank you,
Thank
Dib.
you.
Tori, 3 months.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Tori.
Tori, very much.
The Fastest Leech, 6 months.
Leech, good job.
Thank you.
Lord Oni cheered 1,500 bits, and Tori cheered 300 bits.
Thank you.
Lord Oni said, love you crew, and Tori said, happy Thursday.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Happy Thursday to you as well.
Moralon gifted 5 subs.
Morlon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Morlon. We appreciate it.
Hilding cheered 200 bits. You guessed it. It's Weekly Loving!
Yes.
We lovin'.
Patrick Bro with 100 bits.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Patrick.
Thank you,
Patrick.
Patrick.
Curiosity Kitty,
Kitty.
10 months. Happy July.
Aw, thank you. Happy July to you as well.
Brother Tone resubscribed to Tier 3 for 37 months.
Dang.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Tone.
so much, Tone. Appreciate it.
Yizing resubscribed for 6 months, half a year. If you had a historical figure fight, if you had a historical figure to fight for you, like in Fate, who would you choose?
Abraham Lincoln. And he would challenge them to wrestling.
It's got to be mythological, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Does it? What do you mean mythological?
I mean, Alexander wasn't,
That's true.
you know.
That's a good point.
King Arthur? Maybe
King
I
Arthur
don't know.
was mythological.
Maybe. Maybe not. I wasn't there. Robin Hood. Robin would be a good one. Robin of Locksley.
Robin Hood would be good.
I mean, if I'm going to go mythological, I'll take Achilles, Hercules, and stuff like that, you know?
I'll take Zeus.
Yeah, I'll take Zeus. There you go.
He's a bit OP, but hey.
If I'm looking at actual history, someone to fight for me, I'll take...
I want Miyamoto Musashi.
Oh,
That's who I want.
the greatest samurai.
The greatest, yeah.
I think we should all just pick different kings that would be great in the past, you know?
Henry VIII.
Henry VIII.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
He divorced him real hard.
Like he just
King
starts
of Pop.
dancing, everyone just starts dancing instead. They give
Michael
up.
Jackson.
Yeah, King of Pop. There you go. We'll go with that.
Genghis Khan. Yeah. Would he be the rider class or the berserker class?
Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Probably Rider, right?
Yeah.
He was
I
like
figured
known
he'd
for
be
his
Rider.
horseback stuff, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, that's how they existed. Like each soldier had like 4 or 5 horses that they would like switch out and ride, and they would also like bleed their horses and drink the blood for sustenance, and like slaughter them and stuff for meat, and they'd have their other horses like it's really crazy.
Calvin chooses Genghis Khan.
I didn't choose it.
Well, Vlad.
Vlad the Impaler?
Yeah, maybe that'd be a good one. I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
Could be.
I don't know. I don't really know anything about him.
Rasputin?
Crimson! 50
Can't
bits.
die.
How about a cowboy?
Thank you, Crimson.
A cowboy with guns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally, after asking Rick for so many years if he's playing Persona 5 Royale, I've asked him since he finished The Witcher 3. Well, that's impossible because Royale just came out.
Yeah.
I just want him to play it. He doesn't have to stream it. I just want him to enjoy it. I am. Thank you very much.
Rasputin, because he doesn't die.
Bojangles gifted 20 subs.
Dang, he did gives it 20.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Bojangles.
much, Bojangles.
Top screen with 100 bits.
Thank you,
Thank
Top
you,
Screen.
Top Screen.
Underhand Comic resubscribed for 17 months, and Tori gave.
Thank you,
Tori
guys.
and Underhand Comic. And we have another hype train going.
Speaking of Alex the Great, he gifted a sub.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Alex.
Chris Fizz with 100 bits. Peekaboo. Dip, 100 bits. Hype Train.
Hype train.
Hype train.
Thank you.
You guys ever watch a Goofy movie?
Yep.
When he's like
No.
taking pictures. That's what I was thinking of when I did.
I haven't seen it yet.
Autobra, resubscribe for 14 months.
Thank you, Alda.
Autobra.
Bojangles with 1,000 bits. Loved the early access episode of Naruto this week. Seemed like you all enjoyed it. Lots of more good episodes to come. Thank you again for watching this show.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
It's good. It's fun.
Very
Enjoy.
generous.
And then Bojangles with 5,000 bits.
What?
Dang, Bojangles.
5,000.
What?
More? You were a
No more message?
crazy man.
Okay.
He really wanted us to read that.
5 times the amount of bits and 0% of the words. Jess Light Dark, resubscribe for 5 months.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
Crimson, 10 bits. Halloween idea for you, Rick, as Sanji, Maggie as Nico Robin, and Evie as Zoro. What do you think? Well, I realize there's not going to be a Halloween. I'm bummed out now. Won't want, but we can still dress up, and that sounds awesome.
You can go to Calvin's.
He's giving away free giant candy bars. Says so on his sign on his porch.
Fucking big league show.
I'm going to get raided.
Lamp Zach, cheered, 500 bits. Hey, Rick, just wondering who's your favorite One Piece character? I got to go with Zoro. Luffy's probably number 2.
Gotcha.
Just from what I have seen of the characters, not know of them, I would also go with that choice.
And I have to say, a lot of it has to do with the voice actor.
Who's the voice actor?
I'm looking
Better
up
be
his
Steve
name.
Bloom.
It is,
Jeff Foxworthy.
I think it's Chris Sabat, isn't it?
Jeff Fox.
I don't know. I was trying to come up with a good one.
You might be a pirate.
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy.
Chris Sabat.
Chris Sabat. Nice.
Can't go wrong with that.
Who
No.
is Maggie's favorite voice actor. And one of mine as well. All right, back to the list. Here we go. The Ginger Avenger, resubscribed for 6 months. So excited for this weekend. My family's coming in for my aunt's retirement / 4th of July party. It's my birthday on Sunday. It's going to be great. Hope everyone has fun and a safe holiday weekend.
Happy birthday.
Thank you and happy birthday.
Yes, happy, fun, safe birthday.
Yes.
And the Ginger Avenger with 45 bits. Can't stay for the pod because of work. Have a great day, all.
Well, if you watch this later, happy birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday.
And Don Eba, resubscribed for 27 months.
Thank you.
Thank you for the sub.
Efren Malik gifted a sub. I gifted a couple of them, as a matter of fact.
Well, dang,
Yay,
thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thaddeus Spider cheered 100 bits.
Thank you, Thaddeus.
Thank you.
The Funderman resubscribed for 4 months.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Or T Funderman.
To Funderman. Did you get Prophecy Girl?
What?
Prophecy Girl. Subscribe for 2 months.
Did I
Thank
miss
you,
that one?
It
Prophecy.
was in between Ifran.
I don't see it.
Oh, okay.
But I believe it. Moralon
Believe it.
gifted a sub.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Marlon.
Tattoo Mo resubscribed at tier 2 for 12
Mo.
months. Hey guys, unfortunately I cannot be here for the live streams, but I will continue to support you guys. Also, 1 year baby.
Yes,
Well,
1 year.
Thank you,
Thank
Tattoo
you.
Mo. We really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Whether you're watching this on YouTube or watching this on Twitch.
Thank you very much, and thank you for carrying that baby for a longer term. That could
Yeah.
have been fun.
Gonna have an Andy Dwyer.
Ryan Whittleson, 100 bits. Happy 4th of July. Off to work I go. It's Surf and Turf night at the supper club I cook at.
Ooh,
Surf and
nice.
turf. That's what I want.
Jasmine Booth resubscribed for 28 months.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Jasmine.
El Defensor 4 has resubscribed for 4 months. Love you guys and the content you provide us.
Thank you,
Thank
El
you.
Defensor.
Colton MG subscribed for the first time.
Thank you, Colton.
Thank you, Colton.
We appreciate it.
Efren Malik gifted a sub.
Thank you.
BK gifted a sub. Anna resubscribed for 15 months.
Thank you, Anna.
I'm gonna go with Wildcat, which is the end of the name, which is quite a bit before that, but my eyes are not registering it. 1,200 bits. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wildcat.
Franklin Lowe gifted a sub.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Franklin.
Franklin.
Splatoony Looney resubscribed for 12 months. Hey guys, much love.
We appreciate it, Splatoony.
Big Fat Gooner, 126 bits. Gotta fly. Great podcast as always, guys. Stay safe.
Thank you, Big Fat.
Thank you.
Tintin Who with 500 bits.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tin.
Tintin.
Silver X Tory resubscribed for the first time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Archon 12, 250 bits. Why's the rum gone?
Why is the rum gone?
Why?
Splatoony Looney, 300 bits. Crimson, 40 bits. Just
Thank you.
because of you guys watching Fate, I finally decided to watch Fate Zero. I'm starting with you guys. Thanks for getting me into another show.
Well, good.
Nice.
Glad you enjoy it.
Get past the first episode. Don't feel bad because you're confused.
Also, there's another one I see here, Rick, from BK that subscribed for 3 months.
All right.
Thank you, BK.
Awesome. I got a bunch of gifted subs here. I got 5 from Moralon. I got 10 from Tintin Who. I got 5 from Splatoony Looney.
Well, thank
Thank you
guys.
so much,
we appreciate
guys.
it. I really appreciate you guys giving subs to the other people who don't have subs.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you.
very generous.
And you can check and see who gifted you a sub as well if you want to thank
Yes.
them.
And
Yeah.
check and see if you have a sub. And then say thank you.
Yep.
Indeed. Crimson, 100 bits. So someone in chat said that Steve Bloom voices the snake guy,
Orochimaru
Orochimaru.
Yep.
and Zabuza. Yes.
Yes, and Spike Spiegel.
And Zeb.
Yep.
And literally 200 other characters. He's very prolific.
A lot of people.
And finally, Don from 804 cheered 100 bits.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you very much. I see Tintin Who got the current hype train conductor on the last hype train that we just had.
Nice.
Good
Good
job,
job, Tintin.
Thank you, Tintin.
Nice.
I know that they do 2 conductors. One is for who's offered the most bits during a train, and one's who's offered the most gifted subs during a train. And then they get a special emote and a special little emblem.
All right, and we have some redemptions.
Oh boy.
Fortunately for us, Top Screen failed in his redemptions.
Oh,
He said, haven't used my bucks in a while, so everyone gets a workout.
okay.
But there's no specifications to who should get these. So I guess they just need to be refunded.
You say everyone gets to work out?
I mean, yes, but there is push-ups, there's sit-ups, there's squats, there's push-ups. But there's no identifying markers on any of them.
Ah, I see.
So we
But-
get to choose what workout we do.
Unhand Me Priest does have 10 squats for Calvin.
Oh.
Jew?
What?
That's his question, not mine. Jew?
Chew.
And Thaddeus
like
has some
Jew.
squats for me. Rick couldn't get them in last week for all the time I spent looking through the website. All right. And then, yeah, I don't know what we want to do about the other ones. But there's 2 sets of push-ups.
Let's
a
all do
squat,
shoulder
and a sit-up.
shrugs. Shoulder shrugs.
Just
You
2
didn't-
2 push-ups, squats, and sit-ups. I don't want to do the squats because I hurt my
I will
ankle.
do the squats since I'm doing squats anyway.
I hurt my ankle watching TV earlier.
It's true.
So,
All right, so I'm doing 20 squats. There are 20 push-ups and 10 sit-ups.
I'll do the
I'll do
sit-ups.
sit-ups.
All right, damn it. I'll do 10 push-ups.
What am I supposed to do?
10 push-ups.
I hit my chair with my head.
6, 7,
5,
9,
6,
10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
9,
15, 16,
10.
17, 18, 19, 20. Podcast complete. But tomorrow it's going to be a special stream day. We're starting a little early.
Yep. 12
at
p.m.
noon Eastern Standard Time. Going to get into some fun stuff, celebrating American Independence Day early. So come join us.
Celebrating July 4th and July 3rd.
We're going to be playing
Yep.
some Sea of Thieves and maybe some other stuff too.
Yep.
Yes, Sea of Thieves is definitely going to be in there, as was in the poll last week, but we probably will toss in some extra stuff as well. So, besides that should be it. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate everyone who joined in, all the bits, subs, all that kind of stuff. Thank you guys. Hope to see you guys tomorrow for our little Independence Day stream.
Yep.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.